What's going on, guys? We are back for another DSP video, and today we are looking at DSP monetizing Mr. Metokur. We're looking at him losing OP Boone and Iron Chef Sakai. We are looking at his delusional rant about how he influenced the world, and he's the one that inspired everyone to do everything, and much more. But we start today with True Hype Strong, who shows us the biggest comeback in YouTube history.
I'm back. Really, like this is the beginning of a comeback. One of the biggest comebacks, I think, in YouTube history.
I'm back. Really, like this is the beginning of a comeback. One of the biggest comebacks, I think, in YouTube history.
The sky's the limit. I could be back in a big way. Let's see what happens. I stayed the course being who I wanted to be. And now 10 years later, the internet is coming around to it. Oh shit. Phil is actually based. He's been sticking to his guns the whole time. And now the suffering continues. It never ends. When does my suffering get to fucking end? So I can just be normal and a human and treated with respect. It doesn't seem like it's ever coming. I get a little bit of that right now from Kino Casino. And then it's all going to end at the end of this month when the documentary comes out about me. So, you know. Public opinion has changed, Craig. You may not realize this. Right now, people like me for the first time in ages.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because they gave me a chance. Because they didn't rag on me. They didn't bully me. They were bullying me. But maybe there is no redemption arc. Maybe this is a reality arc. Maybe. I don't know. So, the streak is done. For now. Will we ever have another streak? Perhaps. These things come and go. The rug gets pulled out from under me. What did I do?
It's gone. The money is gone. I just don't understand.
So now I'm the world's biggest villain.
It's actually amazing how far he has fallen since the height of, I'm back. This is the biggest comeback in YouTube history. I'm up here. All you detractors are down there. You're gonna wait, bitches. And now we're back to, okay guys, I guess we're back to pre-Kino support. I guess it's over. What a fall. And remember, I put out a tweet at the start of the Kino arc, is that pride comes before the fall. And his pride was sky high, and the fall was that much greater. Then we get to Kino Casino watching a video, and they notice someone who looks very familiar.
Like young liberal activists and stuff like that. But seriously, look at
this
Kamala.
guy. Is this guy even allowed to be there?
Is that guy DERICH? Phil, is that DERICH? Holy shit, buddy.
Then I wouldn't be surprised in the future if DSP tries out vertical live streams. The reason for that is apparently Jules is like Twitch's bit system, but it's only allowed for vertical live streams. Dudes, we're gonna try something new. It's gonna save the business, dudes. Vertical live streams. By the way, guys, Jules now count towards the goal. Then we have a parody of Twin Pigs, of course, a parody of Twin Peaks. We have an AI generated Pig Roach Man. Nice little touch with the patchy goatee, dude. Then look at that. Look at that. Look at that view. 7,000 views for DSP throwback in November. Darziak is crying there, dudes. And then one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen. Phil's unpaid editor, Dragon Lover, Darziak, is replaying the whole of Mass Effect 1 with Phil Shepard to record HD footage of every conversation to edit them in. And remember, this is for like 67 views in like 2 weeks. Then we have an update on Super Crazy, as Ugly Monster put this out in one of his newest videos, where it's Super Crazy begging Ugly Monster for $50 after he already got the $3,000 Give Go Send fund. Then we have Cooking with Two Fat Ladies. We got a picture of Phil and Kat there. Then we have Happy Holidays, and it's DSP unwrapping his box of LTG. And would you look at that? The streak continues, dude. The real streak. Down from the rafters. Still putting money into the game. And look at that, 2,870 days playing. 2,515 days consecutive login. That's dedication right there, dude. So we get to Sunday, and before that, DSP puts this out. Our power is out for the 3rd time in a month. Had a lot planned for today, but now that may all be cancelled unless they get the power back on fast. But last time it took them 12 hours, so I may or may not be streaming on Sunday. I'll let you know when things develop. Now it's kind of weird, it's his day off, he's supposed to be out doing errands, running around grocery shopping. For most people, they'd be out doing their thing during the day, working, grocery shopping, whatever. They come back and they notice like the clock is off, like, oh, the power must have went out. Oh well. But Phil, it's the end of the world. He can't connect to the internet, he can't go online, he can't play WWG, pay bills. It's all over for him and his wife, dude. Not like they're gonna talk or, you know, do stuff together. They both have to be on their own phones, playing their own games. Cause you know, she plays mobile games too. You know she does. And then DSP puts this update. Streams will be fine for Sunday. Today wasn't much of a day off at all because of 3 hours of lost power and internet, but it's all back up and running. So I'll see you in the morning for the podcast and then more Indiana Jones. And Duty points this out based off this 3 hours of power and internet being lost and ruined his entire day. Confirmation of 1. Roommate agreement. 2. Sexless marriage. 3. Zero communication. 4. Spending time with soulmate is sitting in the same vicinity while scrolling on his phone. And then with Phil, bodily fluid jokes are always on his mind, and he put this on the schedule. Indiana Jones and the Golden Circle. And then how did the stream start? We have Otter, 20 minutes late starting the stream, totally unprepared for the stream, wrong game listed in the title, starts to mess with RGB, a reminder that DSP doesn't waste your time like other streamers. And then the big announcement came from DSP, because remember at the end of the last video, he said he had a special announcement and then pushed it back to Sunday. Well today, we finally got that special announcement, and that announcement is he is formally inviting Mr. Metokur on his pre-stream to be interviewed. That is right, he's not announcing he's going to be on it. He's not announcing that he's talked to him behind the scenes. He's now publicly saying, you can come on my stream. And keep in mind, Metokur right now is in very late stage cancer. He is basically harassing a dying man, even telling his viewers, go out, bug him, tell him I want him on my podcast. Basically saying, let me interview you before you die.
Publicly, formally inviting Mr. Metokur to appear on the Level 1 podcast on Thursday of this coming week. Okay, that would be, let me give the date, the 19th of December. All right, as you know, when I have a guest on the show, it's around 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. So I would like to have him on this show as a guest. This is something that he has claimed he has always wanted to do, is just sit down with me and have a discussion for years and years. And he even said, remember a couple years ago, I said I wanted an interview. He wanted to be the person to interview me, and I turned it down. All right, well now I'm making this publicly known. I'm going to learn all about him on Wednesday by watching his documentary and reacting to it. Personally, I don't know anything about him. I don't. I really don't know besides what people have told me, hearsay. Well, I'm going to learn it firsthand by watching this documentary on Wednesday. Okay? I'm doing the whole thing. No matter what, we're finishing it. So then on Thursday morning, I'm officially inviting him to this show as a guest to have a chat. Okay? Now, the ball's in his court. It's totally up to him if he shows up or not. I'm a public dude. He can DM me on Twitter or, whatever, email me. He can do whatever he wants. I have easily accessible ways to contact me about making this happen. Obviously, whether it's on Discord, whatever works for him, I'm okay. We'll figure it out. But he has to contact me so we can work it out and we can schedule it and get it working. I mean, scheduling, it will be Thursday morning, December 19th, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. But we have to figure out what's the means that work for him the best. He's officially invited to the show. Positive vibes. This is not, negative, toxic session or anything like that. All right? I'm opening the door here, and we'll see what happens. Funny part is, I literally don't have to talk about this again because people will share this with him, I'm sure, in droves. All right? So let's see what happens. This is my Christmas gift to the internet.
I love how he goes, this is my Christmas gift to the internet. Like it's some big thing for you. Oh, and by the way, Metokur, the guy that's dying of cancer, that has all these health problems, that is going to hospice. Oh yeah, he has to contact me. I will not contact him. What a scumbag. Then we have King Sly, who puts this out. Wait. DSP. So when Keem said to contact him on Twitter about the podcast, that was unprofessional. But formally inviting someone on your show by sending your wheelchairs to bombard Metokur is okay. I'm so lost. Dead emoji. And then DSP even tweeted about it. I have formally invited Mr. Metokur, then tags him, to come on my podcast this Thursday directly after I reacted to his full documentary the day before. I hope you'll accept and my DMs are open. Then DSP is going to say how bad and how much he struggled without power for those 3 hours, as he poorly explains that he was stuck at home, even though he never leaves home, but he was stuck at home. Make that make sense.
We're going to end up stuck here for half the day without power. And this is so dumb. Because it's our day off and we have all this stuff planned. Like if I can't go out, because here's the thing, when the power's out, I can't leave. The garage is stuck closed. And is there an emergency thing? Yeah, but if you do the emergency thing, then it's a pain to get it to reset. And then on top of that, I live in a private community and we have a front gate. The gate is stuck closed if the power is out. So typically, if we're going to have a power outage, like for example, if there's a big storm coming through, they'll all open the gate and leave it open overnight, saying we know there's supposed to be a storm coming through. Just in case the power goes out, the gate will be stuck open so everyone can come in and come out. Well, guess what? There was no storm. So they didn't leave the gate open.
I absolutely love that DSP thinks 3 hours is half of his day. And then we have Poem Josh. DSP wants people to believe his power being out for 3 hours means he didn't stop doing chores and responsibilities until 11 p.m. Now this is an interesting point. Kat also played a video game for the first time in forever on a day off that had no power and forced them to do chores until 11 p.m. How'd she play that game, Phil, with no power? How did she play that game? Then of course, something fishy going on because it's DSP, he likes to lie. The amount of time the power was out yesterday has now grew to 5 hours through his long-winded retelling of his day off. At the start of his day off story and his tweet last night, he said 3 hours. Then we have Dick Stroke and Phil vlogs. Hello DSP, I spotted a Comcast employee messing with wires outside your gated community. Is this a return of the troll who infiltrated Comcast? Is it one of Duty's agents? Any info on this man is greatly appreciated. What you're doing is illegal. Jail. And then we see a Comcast worker working on a box. And then DSP started talking about Mr. Metokur yet again and said that Metokur wanted this for years. This is his chance. He either does it or not.
Oh, he's above appearing on your content. He still wanted to do it like 2 years ago. Now here's the thing. I made the opportunity. I'm presenting it. If he doesn't take it, well, that's the end of that then. You know what I mean? Like, that's the end of that. Then it'll never happen, and it's his choice, not mine. No one can ever say, oh, it was DSP's fault because he was a stingy jerk who didn't want to do anything. No, that's not the case, all right?
Then this is how he titles the pre-stream, Exposing a Scam, then more, indie action. Now the scam he is talking about is apparently people in the FGC got emails about a sponsorship from an RGB light company. Now I could automatically tell you this is fake. You know why? It's because DSP got offered a sponsorship. No company is going to touch him with a 10-foot pole. Any company, any email that you get that says, we want to sponsor you DSP, that's a scam right there. Then we see a list of FGC members that have been hacked so far. And DSP responds, I believe this is a phishing scam. I received what appeared to be a legit sponsorship offer yesterday. Then I looked into it. It's a spoof and very tricky to spot. If I had clicked a link, they would likely got me too. Then again, like a lot of these scams, it's all bots talking to people, offering links to click on. Most of the time it's not a real person. And DSP, of course, famously doesn't know the difference between a bot and a human being. and he shows his inbox DMs. DSP puts this out. Anyone can put anything they want on LinkedIn. You still haven't provided me with any proof you actually work for Govi, and scams like this are very common today. And then the bot doesn't respond. DSP. So nothing left to say? Caught red-handed? Bot still doesn't respond. DSP. You'll have to close this account because I'm exposing it publicly today on stream. Hope you enjoy, scammer. Then we have Otter, quoting DSP. You might say to yourself, how do accounts exist? How are they able to exist? Or, how are they able to operate?
Because you might say to yourself, how does accounts like this exist? How are they able to exist? Or how are they able to be operating? Obviously, shouldn't a place like...
Then DSP went on to say that there is no way to report them for being a scam. People kept pushing back, saying, yes, you can. And he's like, no, you can't do it. It's not in there. And then Kinda Sab showed off how to do it. She unintentionally did this as well.
Look, under spam, it says fake engagement, scams, fake accounts, malicious links. If it's one or more of those...
Hey, Mr. Musk.
Oh no!
You know,
oh my
instead
God,
of
more!
having your fingers in so many different
things, I thought I would have to pick more options. Oh my God, I'm gonna fucking rope.
Instead of that,
I'm so
you actually
fucking
run
sorry.
your business here properly, and you have a way that you can shut this shit down. Because how much do you want to bet?
Can I withdraw it? Oh my God, I'm so fucking sorry.
So many followers and all this.
Oh my God, I didn't think I would do it. Oh my God, I feel so fucking bad now. I'm so sorry. Can I unreport it? Can I unreport it? No! What if I add a community post? No. No, I don't want to add my phone number to your awful way. I'm so sorry, Lore! Oh my God, Lore! I'm the worst!
Like, there's legitimately no way to stop scammers
God.
on X right now. So they're rampant. Why? And like I said, I feel bad because people in the fighting game community don't know.
And then Jade must not have liked this, because the kick chat was all about RGB lights and dancing around. And then Phil talked about his day off and how it took him 2 hours to carry 4 bags of trash from Cat's office, formerly Panda's office, to his garage, a distance of almost 50 meters. And then this one, huge X to doubt, especially because we live in the digital era, and it's DSP. Phil and Cat apparently clip coupons. Biggest X to doubt, no way, no way. DSP always goes for the most expensive thing, thinking that price tag equals quality. Then DSP spent over 40 minutes playing with RGB lights as content. Jade no like that, Phil. Jade want you quit. And this is the quality content you get on DSP Gaming with his RGB lights.
You ready for this? This is why blind does. Alright, everyone, prepare to avert your eyes. I'm gonna go maximum brightness. Are you ready for this? All ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Then DSP showed off the booze that he's gonna drink on his Christmas marathon, and also possibly for DSP Tries It when he starts doing DSP Tries It Liquor Edition. Poem Josh. The man who once told people drinking hard booze on stream was fucking stupid and a bad idea he would never do, is now advertising you'll be drinking 58% booze on Christmas. Then he goes on to say, it's the strongest whiskey I've ever had, dude. Banana Jones. DSP got his booze because it was the biggest one he could find and because it was the strongest he's ever tried. But he's not an alcoholic, guys. Then DSP tried to hype up Sim Flight Simulator, and he said, when you give him $20 to pick a location, it's like buying a plane ticket.
And remember, with Flight Sim, the way it works is that the top contributors pick where we fly. So whoever's the top contributor when we begin will get to pick our first places. Like basically like you're buying your flight ticket, you know, and we go from there. So hopefully tonight things go well. You know, every once in a while you get a slow stream for support, and I did. $50. That's not very good for a, 5-hour stream. Honestly, I mean, basically I made $10 an hour, which is less than minimum wage everywhere. So that's not good, right? So hopefully tonight things do pick up with the Flight Sim stream. Tomorrow.
Then DSP showed off his new Christmas tree, given to him by his mom. How pathetic. So you're telling me, Phil, your mom pays and delivers your Thanksgiving dinner, buys your Christmas decorations, yet you make over $100,000 a year, and you get them nothing in return. What a scumbag. Then someone found it, 14-inch Christmas tree, which DSP described as 2 feet, for $77.27. And then Lucky Gremlin keeps speaking up like in the last video. He kept getting more and more onto Phil. Kat gets Saturdays off. Very generous of her job. Most people have to work the weekends during the holiday season. Yeah, it's very funny. So the busiest times, they will not book Kat according to Phil. Black Friday, Christmas time. It's almost like they don't trust her and they don't want her on the floor during busy periods. Then DSP talks about the downfall of DS politics and the future, and talks about how 2 big supporters are no longer supporting him. Of course, that being Darkside Pimp and Rend. Rend is MIA. Darkside Pimp comes in here or there, 5 subs here or there. But they're pretty much gone. The support, the attendance is all down for DS politics.
The political stuff I'm really enjoying doing, but because I'm streaming it exclusively on Kick, at least for now, the support fell off because for some reason, who knows why, a lot of the people who were the biggest Kick supporters haven't been around recently, or if they are, they're here sporadically. So because of that, I went from doing like $300, $400 political streams to $40 political streams. So
then we have Gout with a DSP podcast audit for this day. And look at the biggest chunk of the time spent playing with RGBs. Then Phil's day off. Phil almost got scammed. PC issues / YouTube issues. Schedule. Bagging goals list. Shoutouts. Mr. Metokur announcement. Intro. Getting up out of chair. What an exciting podcast, especially for a gaming podcast, dude. Then we get the Indiana Jones, and let's see how well this went the very first stream of the week. Duty, Phil looks like a mental patient staring into the abyss.
to make a comment. I have to turn my head to look at the camera, but I don't have to turn my head to make a comment. Okay? Cool. And now the microphone isn't even on camera with the green screen. Look. Okay, let's continue. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I adjusted my microphone positioning so that now it's actually more pointed towards me when I'm playing games. This is something that I wanted to do, and I didn't until right now, but this is perfect now. I think this is actually going to work out really well. So let's find out. Oh, it said photo opportunity. Cobblestone workers.
And would you look at that? Support low yet again. Pre-Kino coming back. And now, remember, he was done playing dress up. He didn't want to do any of that crap. He's not your toy to dress up. Well, guess what, guys? DSP is now offering to wear a hat if the goal is hit today. Then, of course, he's playing Indiana Jones, so the topic of Troy Baker comes up. If you know DSP and his opinions on Troy Baker, he hates him because he's successful. However, DSP says he doesn't like Troy Baker because he thinks he's a professional musician. Troy Baker, that is, and wears hats and scarves indoors. Keep in mind, DSP always sings thinking he's good, and DSP is often to wear a hat indoors and wore a scarf inside for Hogwarts Legacy. Then someone tipped him with the name Fago, and DSP thought that was a slur and refused to put him on the leaderboard. Then we have Meow Block on today's episode of the very first thing I hear when I open up DSP's stream.
Super Bonchon says, no tips, chill vibes, moral support only. Yeah, but you could fix that. You realize you could fix that, right? You could aid with that situation. All you have to do is open your mind and open your wallet, as they say.
Then we have Duty. Indiana Jones trying to tell Phil to pay his taxes.
What year would that be? MXC1X? What year would that be? MXC1X. Fuck, I forget all my Roman numerals. M is 1,000, is it not? No, M is 1,000. What the hell would MC1X be in Roman numerals? Let's see. MXCIX in Roman numerals. I'm going to type it out. 1099. MXCIX is 1099. Well, that sucks because I can't do 1099 in that room. There's not 2 9s, right?
Then it looks like it's not happening. Support extremely low. And you know what happens when a stream is low supported? It's overtime. And he's shaming his audience because he's making less than minimum wage. And then the very first stream of the week, and he did not hit the goal. So we're going to put that in the did not hit goal list. We're going to tally up and see how many he hit and how many he did not. And then this could be counted as a beg tweet because he's asking for money in this. Tonight's stream is chill fun. Buy your ticket, which means give me $20 to pick a location around the globe in Microsoft Flight Sim by being the top contributor starting at 6:30 p.m. Where will you have us fly tonight? Let's find out. Bag tweets are back, baby. Then DSP has a new scam. For $20 tonight, you can name the Nutcracker character in his background, or $5, the Nutcracker can say hello to you. Then of course, this is the pattern. He has one slow stream, and then he gets wailed out on the other. It's been happening for years and years and years. JG win. I think every tip and super chat was the alpha whale tonight. Everything has come from a random account or name no one has heard of. Funny how that always happens, eh? Then someone keeps asking about Lucero and his cartoons. Amazing. I love that all these cartoons and animations are becoming lore. But this time he talks about Bubbles and Jasper.
Do I blow bubbles for Jasper to help him with PTSD from being declawed? No. Jasper does not particularly like bubbles at all. When I used to blow them here in the office, he would get scared and run away. We do not blow bubbles for Jasper. But thank you for the $1 tip. Okay.
We even got a classic line from DSP where he says, I don't know if contributions are working, and ask people to test donation. Funny how everything is coming full circle for DSP.
So by the way, guys, I just want to confirm, everything is okay on the YouTube side, right? And what I mean by that is, I haven't gotten a single super chat, a single membership, or a single re-upped membership this morning. I want to be sure everything's working on the YouTube side. It is, right? Because, you know, I don't usually ask, but generally would have gotten at least one thing via those. I just want to be sure everything's working. If it is, that's cool. We got some tips already today, and I appreciate that, but I just want to be sure everything's working. Not a Wabbit just gifted a membership. And it went to KMF, so there you go. Thank you, Not a Wabbit.
Then we had a classic dolphin come back, Endio. But it's weird because whenever Endio tips, it's always $100 plus. But this time, he only gave $25. So the question is OIC now pretending to be the other dolphins, but tipping smaller amounts? And DSP immediately says it's good to see him and hasn't seen him in a while. Of course, he's talking about his money. And the other thing is, Endio was not showing up in the chat. He just gave the money and left. And then Alt Insider, from That Being Said, gets a shout out and gets recognized and acknowledged by DSP.
Alt Insider, yes, I know who you are. You're the guy who has a folder on my desktop full of pictures of you because you're a moron and I just banned you from chat. That's who you are. Everyone knows who you are. You're the guy who we like to publicly ridicule on my stream for being an asshole. See? We just did it.
And of course, Alt wasn't the only one from That Being Said that got banned. We have Microsoft CEO Meerkat give up on Kick. No reason to give subs if he doesn't read chat. Guess what happened? Ban, ban, ban. Gone. Forever. And then OIC gets DSP to $150, so we're gonna add that into goals that DSP hit. But that wasn't the end for DSP. He gets $150 and then says, there's 30 minutes remaining, you can still give me another $150.
With that contribution, it is absolutely, positively, 100% official. We have hit the streak of, the total of eight goals hit. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to make it rain here in Seattle. on DSP Gaming. Thank you for allowing me to continue to be successful. Thank you for allowing to support my content. Thank you for being very patient with me figuring out this setup, because this is not an easy setup to figure out. Trust me. I'm having a lot of problems trying to figure it out. And I know that it's been a rough go the last 2 weeks, but I think today we finally settled in. We have it working, thankfully. So thank you, NDO. Thank you. Let's get you on the leaderboard. You're the top tipper of the night. It's good to see you. It's a $25 tip. We've now passed the goal. And guess what? We still have something like 30, 40 minutes on the stream. This means potentially tonight, folks. Potentially. Hold on.
And then people brought up that he's on Kick, DSP is, and they have a gambling category on there. Would DSP ever do gambling streams? And DSP did not say no. He said, if you want me to gamble, you have to give me more money. So the alcoholic that still drinks, the gambling addict that still gambles, wants to do gambling streams. What could go wrong in this situation?
When is the gambling stream coming? I don't make enough money. You guys got to give me more money. If you guys pay me a lot more money, then I can start blowing it on gambling. Right now, I blew all my money on this setup. I blew all my money on this monstrous top-of-the-line setup. And now I have no money. So you want to see the gambling, you got to give me the funds to gamble. Then I'll get on that. I'll start blowing it right away.
Then we have Dragon. DSP forgot to mention he considers stating facts as trolling.
What is the level of tolerance for trolling in Kick Chat? I don't really care as long as you're not like massively breaking, international law. You can't, obviously there's no words you can't say anywhere. You'll get everyone too much in trouble. For the most part, I let everyone go wild with emotes over there. But, just try not to be too insulting to people. And obviously people who are trying to, take personal stabs and jabs at me or my family. But that's about it. You can't be doing personal attacks. You can't be trying to dox. You can't be trying to, bring up personal stuff about people. I mean, it's really dumb. And that just goes for anywhere, No one's going to tolerate that in their chat anywhere.
Then DSP goes on to talk about how honest he is, and you should believe him and trust him. Imagine, the guy that lied for 7 years about WWE champions and needed money for taxes and save the house, and then putting it all on mobile games. That's the guy you should trust and believe.
I just received a $1.25 tip. I took a shit today. You forgot the hat and glasses. I did not. We're not doing it yet. But relax. I promised you. The aviator's hat and the aviator glasses if we hit the goal, and we hit the goal. And I'm a man of my word. Everyone knows this. You know you can trust Phil. You know that Phil would never lie to you in any way, shape, or form. And never have I ever been dishonest ever in my life. So let's get that stuff for you guys, okay?
Then we have a quote from DSP. My mom is completely half Italian.
Krakow, Poland. So I am partially Polish. My mom is completely half Italian, 1/4 Polish, it's like pitch black. I can't see.
Then of course, DSP has to bring up Cog whenever he wants to stir up drama, where he says, "Where is Cog's house? I want to shit on it."
Tell if this is Grimsby. Why doesn't it say what the hell it is? Oh, wait, is that where we are? We're going to Cog's house? Oh, shit. Hold on, where is it? I gotta know where to drop trow and drop bombs away. Alright, so I don't know where Cog lives. We gotta look for a place that looks like a toilet and then fly away, because we know he doesn't have one, so it definitely can't be it. Alright. Where do you think Cog lives? Anyone know his address? Alright, don't tell him because he'll dox him. We'll get in trouble. You can't do that. No doxing on my streams, please. Anyone know where the garbage dump is? That's probably where he lives. Probably like fucking Oscar the Grouch or the trash heap. The Cog heap has spoken. Yeah. No one will get that reference. Grimsby is one of the main fishing centers in Britain. If that's the case, why doesn't COG live stream himself fishing? Why not do something that the town is known for and get notoriety as a fishing live streaming content creator? Right? That'd be neat.
Then we get to the daily wrap, where DSP says he's glad he got money on the late stream because it makes up for people not giving him money on the earlier stream. What a grateful scumbag.
Tonight, we had tons of support. We had like more than 5 or 6 people who all tipped a bunch to fly places, and then we had other people who just came in and supported. We topped $200 on the late stream. So, in honesty, it kind of made up for the fact that we had a slow stream of Indiana Jones. So it worked out. You know, I just don't, I even said on the stream, I says, I just don't get it. I just can't predict anymore who's going to show up when, who's going to be in a supportive mood. It just seems to be all over the place. And it just seems to be that's the case. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm playing. I could be playing exactly the same game, having exactly the same fun or not fun situation, and it may or may not be a good stream. I think it's just dependent on who's available that day to come by and who can support, which I guess is fine. But, you know, especially right now, we got this new goal system in place, and we're trying to hit enough goals to do a DSP tries it. Well, as of now, we're at 8, okay? So if I hit all the goals tomorrow, that would mean that the next day, which would be Tuesday, we'll actually do DSP tries it. But the rate we're going, we're not hitting double goals. We haven't had a single day where we hit double goals since this new system started. So we haven't added 2 to the leaderboard any particular day. We also haven't had a stream where we doubled the goal and added 2 because of the double funds raised. We'll see what happens, all right?
And that brings us to Monday. Before we get into that, let's look at some of the bans on the kick side from yesterday. We have Fantastic Mr. Sam twice, Prosthetic RGB Claws, T Carter Gaming Real, $1 Slice of Cheese Real 2, Darkside Phil Real, DSP's Personal Femboy, Cat Needs Ozempic and a Wig, Girls Burp 2, Hit the Goals and Felt the Trolls, The Missin' Ally Slide, Phil is a Gouty Pig Roach Real, 5-Star Obese Wife, Ghost of T Carter Real, DSP has Fat Wife Ack, DSP Killed T Real, and Guilt Trip Streak, my favorite ones. Then DSP continuing to harass Mr. Metokur. He puts out this video, I invite you, with Mr. Metokur's picture, and the title, Mr. Metokur, come on my show. Formal invite from DSP. Then people were getting all over DSP about the Metokur thing, so he decided to address that, which could be described as Mirrored Entity put it here, tone deaf. And let's look at his chat first before we watch the video. So he gets nothing? Maybe he was joking. He's in hospice care, so he's not going on the show, scumbag. Leave him alone. You just talk about yourself. Who said it's the right thing to do? Ha 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 ha. I'm just curious. Who is saying this is the right thing to do? It's not the right thing to do, lol. Wow, who would want to suffer cancer and go on a podcast to talk to someone who would just talk about himself? I think we should just play with lights again. I think it's a totally great idea. So you're setting him up as he's dying? Phil will use Jim like he did T Carter and Scott. LARP aside, you clout chasing a terminal man is one of your lowest moments. So now, let's hear what DSP has to say on this matter of Mr. Metokur.
Now, as you know if you've been paying attention, Thursday, I've invited Mr. Metokur himself to be a guest on this show. So far, I have heard no response whatsoever. And at this point, the formal, invite has been put out there. He's well aware of it. There's no way he's not. So the ball's in his court. If he accepts during the week, great. Obviously, I got to figure out how to get him on the show, whether it's over Discord, whether it's a different thing, whatever's easier for him. I'm open to anything. But I guess we'll see what happens and go from there. If he doesn't accept, then that's that. No one can say, I didn't try. People have told me this is what they want. I'm trying to be as cordial as possible about it. No ill intent whatsoever. Just have him on the show as a guest, have a talk, and that's that. All right? Now, of course, complete morons on the internet, all being toxic, negative morons, saying things like, well, he's dying. I know. why I want to have a conversation with him. He's claimed that he's always wanted to talk to me. A couple years ago, excuse me, he wanted to interview me, and I said no. Well, now I'm available. All right. So what, you know, what? It's neither here nor there. Whether he's sick, it doesn't matter. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, he's too sick to be on the show. He's done his own streams. He's literally in the last few months done multiple streams. So, you know, it's really a choice of, you know, if he wants to do it, and, you know, if he's up to it, and that's fine if he's not.
And as well, this is also the response to his Metokur tone deaf response. In his chat, sad face, brah, yikes, brah. Then we have Jesus as guns. Kino dropped DSP. Not even a week later, he is chasing Jim's clout. Then DSP goes on to talk about his broken toilet. And we have Otter. DSP's master bedroom toilet and shower are leaking into the drywall and have been since 2016. So they just covered it in black bags and don't use it. The state of the house is unreal. And then remember, he got all that money from Kino Casino over the summer, and he decided to buy stuff for his setup rather than fixing up, you know, the mold in the walls. And Otter, a casual observation for anyone giving DSP money. With what Phil has spent on WWE Champions, he could have paid off his mortgage in full by now. He wouldn't have gone bankrupt, his spending habits haven't changed, you're supporting him until he dies. Then we have PWOP. He generally makes enough to take Kat to Japan, pay off his mortgage early, allow Kat to quit her job, pay for Kat to get an associate's degree, which equals a better job she likes more, perhaps work from home. And fuck it, there's enough left over to help Jenna and her boyfriend too. Then we have factual untruths. Worst person on YouTube, DSP confirms his house is full of mold and still blows all his money on mobile games. Then DSP goes on to say, I haven't had a vacation since 2012, and we see Chicago 2013, Seattle Staycation 2015, Seattle Vacation 2016 vlogs.
When was the last time I took a vacation? 2012. 2012. I did take a week off in 2019 to go to Connecticut, visit my parents, and get married, but it wasn't really a vacation. There was not much vacation activities there, you know.
We have David Davidson. Phil has a broken toilet apparently that has been broken for years. He hasn't fixed it yet because he wants to refinance his house to fix it. New money pit just got dug up, and Poems Josh adds on to it. That makes it seem like he's going for a cash out. He's not gonna get what he thinks. 1. His credit is bad. This will affect how much is received. 2. There will be closeout cost. 3. His monthly mortgage payment will go up, not down. Then he also did a rundown of all the things he bought recently, but did not take care of the mold, or the leaking pipes, or the broken toilet. Then DSP goes on to say that he doesn't use the shower in the master bedroom because it leaks behind the wall. We have Raw Bennett. Dude, not using it doesn't magically stop plumbing from leaking. Either he's lying because the unit next door would be affected by a leak, or he's lying. And then Raw Bennett went on to say, new toilet disintegrated after a few months. He drained it and put a garbage bag over it. And then Raw Bennett, you know what happens with a dry toilet? Hello hole, straight to sewer. And then DSP's been noticing, support's been down recently. And DSP says he kinda gets why people don't support every stream, but he's also scratching his head at why. He also wishes he got $300 last night. He wants to do DSP Tries It tomorrow so Kat doesn't have to cook. And then, just like every single stream, right into RGB yet again. Then we have a live action look at Jade and his friends here. Then you'll never believe this, guys. Support was low on the pre-stream. So what does Phil do? Does he start the game early? Does he start asking people questions? No. He starts looking at fast food websites just to kill time. Then Adrian brings this up. Honestly, Dave saying this doesn't surprise me. Didn't he say going to a Korean barbecue restaurant and cooking your own meat was like work or something? Poems Josh. Yep, he also called eating chicken with a bone in it work. Then DSP had a bombshell. He had to tell everyone the truth that no one's seeing, dudes. The food picture on fast food restaurant websites don't look real. I know. Your mind is blown, my mind is blown, like no one even thought of that ever. Then you see him looking up the Arby's website and possibly doing a DSP Tries It later on. We have Otter, Big Kev, aka Kevin Styles, having his own May 1st burst right now. Then DSP goes on to talk about McDonald's and the McRibs. And he says, the McRib isn't even ribs meat. 20 seconds later, it's ground up ribs. Then DSP turned his attention to pizza. And he said thin crust pizza isn't real pizza according to DSP, someone who claims to be Italian. Tell me you've never had real Italian pizza without telling me you've never had real Italian pizza. Then he started looking at Papa Murphy's, which pre-makes a pizza for you. You just take it home and you heat it up. DSP, they don't heat it up, so what do you pay for? Dragon puts this out. Do you make the dough, chop up the toppings and put them on fill? The staff and buying the ingredients also cost. Would say that they're offering a form of home-cooked pizza.
A genuine question, because I really don't understand this. Have you guys even heard of this place, Papa Murphy's? So Papa Murphy's, you go to the store, you say, I want a pizza. You pay for the pizza. They give you the pizza, but they didn't cook it. It's just a raw pizza. And then you take it home, and you bake the pizza at home. I don't get it. I totally don't get it. Like, they didn't make it. You paid them as if they did. Like, you pay them top dollar for their pizza, like they made the pizza for you, but you can't eat it yet because it's not cooked. You then have to go home and you have to cook it yourself. So what did you pay for? I don't understand at all. The point I'm making is, you're paying them as if they made the food for you, but you have to make it yourself. You have to go home and then bake it yourself. So then it should be cheaper, because they didn't do the labor. The labor of putting it in the oven, cooking it, and then packaging it and giving it to you cooked. They didn't do that labor. So why are you paying $14 for a pizza they didn't even cook? It seems like there's something missing in the process. Like, for example, if it was like, if Papa Murphy's was cheap, like, let's say you could get a large pizza at Papa Murphy's for like $6, $7. I'd be like, makes sense. It's the discount place. You go there, you bring it home, you're cooking it, it's cheap. But it's actually like full price. You can get a large pizza at any of the other places like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's for $14. So I don't get it. Bizarre.
Then we have PWOP. The clip is DSP on his podcast today talking about no good pizza in Seattle. Pictured is a pizza from one of his favorite Connecticut-style places, Massimo's.
No, sadly, all the pizza places out here are terrible. Like, there's places out here, and they're awful. We've tried them. It's just greasy, low-grade, not even close to being authentic pizza. It's really disgusting.
Then Phil started crapping all over on Little Caesars. It's Americanized crap, and says the man who's never had real pizza. And Otter says it gets the job done. Then here we have Gamerface Gaming. This is what a pizza should look like. A bunch of non-Italians don't know how to make real, authentic pizza. And the picture here is a picture DSP tweeted out that he made himself. And the caption on that tweet was, when my wife has been working all day, we don't order out pizza, we make pizza. And this is the result of that. But at the same time, something weird happened where his search history came up. And there was a Mexican restaurant and a private house, which is very suspicious. Because the house here shows at $829,600. Wouldn't be something if at the height of his Kino arc, he thought, oh, all this money's coming in, it's gonna last forever, I can move out. I can get a bigger place, because this is my resurgence. I'm back on YouTube, I'm gonna go to the top. It did not work out very well for you, did it, Phil? Then you started looking at Sonic website, and noticed Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie on there. It said, who cares about them? They're old. Then Otter, maybe Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are having a renaissance. Then DSP kept pushing, he wants double goals hit now. Factual untruths. Well-known degenerate DSP says he wants to eat fast food tomorrow, so he needs $300 today from you or else he can't eat fast food tomorrow. And then he went into more detail about DS politics potentially being shut down because nobody cares. And he's making excuses because there was a lot of news that happened. And DSP says, no DS politics show since nothing political has happened.
And then Thursday night, we'll probably, well, here's the deal. Okay, here's what I want to really talk about. So right now, DS Politics, I've been doing every Thursday night. 1 week I did it Friday night, but I've been doing it every Thursday night. And it is the most viewed show I do on Kick when I do it. I always have over 200 viewers for the show. And I like doing it. I really do. Last week's show particularly, there was only 3 topics I talked about, but it was more than enough content for the show. Okay? Sound good? So, hopefully, you guys will continue to tune in and enjoy the show. But I'm not sure, thinking about it, if doing it every single week makes sense. All right? I'm not sure. So, this week particularly, I'm eyeballing news stories and things to talk about. Now, I have a few lingering stories from previous weeks that I wanted to talk about, but I don't necessarily know, with all the stuff going on in politics this week, that there's enough to put together a great show. All right? Now, that could change. In fact, there's been weeks where all of a sudden, in one day, 3 giant stories happen, and I'm very excited, and then I want to cover those on the show. So, I want to pay attention and see what's going on in regards to this. And then if enough stories come out and things I want to talk about happen between now and Thursday, then Thursday night, I will do DS Politics. If not really anything is going on between now and Thursday, then I'm probably skipping it for this week. Okay? I'm not saying I'm never doing the show. I'm saying I don't want to just force myself to do a show that's not very good because I don't feel like there's enough topics. Okay? So let's see. Let's see what happens. Previously, every week, I've usually had several different stories that I wanted to talk about by now. And now this week I'm looking, I'm like, damn, I really don't have anything. I've been looking every day. I'm like, there's really nothing going on right now. You know, we have silly follow-ups. Like, yes, the South Korean president got impeached, but we kind of knew that was going to happen, and there's nothing of substance to really talk about there. Oh, there's drones over in New Jersey. That's great. Do you have any information on them whatsoever? Do you know what they are? You know, we have nothing to talk about. We don't. So, you know, when there's stuff of substance, maybe that's when I bring the show back. It could be, you know, post-Christmas show. Because maybe a lot of political stuff will happen the week of Christmas, and then the day after Christmas, maybe that night we'll do it, right? Let's play it by ear, all right? But if there's not enough news, then probably Thursday night we'll do gameplay instead. You know, what will it be? I'm not sure right now. I guess it depends. Like, for example, if we get far enough in Bloodborne that it looks like we could just finish it, maybe I'll just finish the Bloodborne DLC that night and I'll beat Orphan and end it. And, you know, we haven't done Stalker all week, so maybe we'll do some Stalker 2 on Friday. And then maybe, like, Friday night we do something random. I don't know. Okay, we just got so much going on at this point, with all the games I'm juggling, that, you know, I don't have, like, a concrete setup for the end of the week. A lot of things are kind of, you know, up in the air depending on how things go, right?
Then, based on the day, DSP either doesn't know what the banana song is or knows what the banana song is. Today, someone tips him $5 to sing the banana song. DSP says he doesn't know it, even though it's in his Funny Moments playlist, and then says that the person is slow and stunted because it's a detractor meme. Then DSP was fighting with somebody saying he was not fired from the helicopter company, he was laid off. He said because he got severance, it means he wasn't fired. And look at that, DSP watching kinda sav stream. Soulmate number 3? Then this is a flip-flop moment. Jin brain, he forgets it every time. DSP yells at someone for $2 tip, saying he won't read it unless it's intelligent, saying $5 is now the lowest before he will read it. He will then go on in 20 minutes to forget that and read out dollar tips. Then DSP has an idea. He wants to do an 80s day where he tells you what it was like in the 80s. He will answer questions and talk about toys, food, TV shows, and video games. Then as Otter points out, he was born in 1982, he's unlikely to have that much value to add. Although, he does remember Reagan getting shot, which happened in March 1981. And then apparently Phil thinks LinkedIn is a resume site, and you can say you worked wherever you want. It goes over his head that the connections would verify if you actually worked there. Then of course, more begging from DSP, as he's begging people to give him $20 to pick Marvel Rivals character. And he also wants 2 goals hit, so he can get Fat Cat some food. Then we see Gout's DSP podcast audit for the day. And look at the biggest chunk of that, looking at fast food to order, followed by Q&A, begging/goals hit, shoutouts, upgrades, schedule, playing with RGBs, broken bathroom, daily rap recap, Mr. Metokur drama, DSP almost got scammed, PC issues/YouTube issues, intro, and getting out of the chair. What a great, meaningful, robust content. Then we get to Marvel Rivals, and look at that. Wow, Phil, 120 viewers. You are so popular, Phil. And now Phil, still trying to see what works. Phil will now pull up the hood of his hoodie if he hits the goal. But remember, he's not a Muppet, and he's not a children's entertainer. And guess what, guys? It was a low support stream, so we're gonna add another 2 streams where he did not hit the goal. Then the late night, he played the coin game for chill fun and nostalgia. And look at that, who would have guessed this? He's having more issues. When does DSP never have issues? And look at that, right at the start, $100 tip. Remember what I said earlier? Whenever he has a slow stream, he gets wailed out at the next stream. It's almost like it's coordinated in a pattern. So Meow Block gets $100 tip, still not enough to hit the goal yet, starts begging to hit the double goal during his thank you, shout out to the tip. Money well spent. Then DSP had it with the kick chat. He's getting stricter with them. He stopped the stream to change the kick settings to 24 hours for newer accounts before they can chat, just like YouTube. DSP is also trying to find the setting to delay people to chat and kick who follow the channel. Then we have Gout, 16-year content creator, still can't level his volumes. It's amazing.
So far I have 4 of the cards, and one of them actually have a duplicate, but I need the other 4. Or the other 5. No, 4. The problem is if the card's not there, you can't win it. And that you have to rely on the game to put the card out.
Then we had Jade with this emotional message. At DSP Gaming, can cowboy hat like old times, please? And guess what happened, guys? Guess what happened? DSP said, if we hit the goal, I'll put on a hat. And would you look at that? He hit the goal, and dress up is back on the menu. And look at that, Poem Josh, making dreams come true on tonight's stream. Then we have Otter, hats are back. This is his cowboy hat. Endio gave $100, at which point Phil instantly begging for $300 before he even hit $150. Hit $150 and kept begging for $300. Finished on $218. Expect a lot of begging today as Cat wants Popeyes after work. And then we have Franny, broke and laughing Ack Mountain. And there you see DSP on the poster for Brokeback Mountain. And of course, because of his high-tech green screen, it cut off part of his cowboy hat, which makes him look like he has a dunce cap on. And then someone put him in a small little car. Then we have Gamerface Gaming. This is some next level begging. He is evolving and no one can stop him now. He already hit the goal, by the way, and he is begging for more money to hit 300 so he can eat his pig tricep slop tomorrow right away.
Oh, I got it in! Here's my fortune, ready? Here's my fortune. Are we gonna hit the goal tonight and add another to the streak? Ready? When we do DSP tries it tomorrow, we're gonna find out in 3, 2, 1. I can't get it. I can't get my fortune. It's screwed up. I can't get a fortune. Now I can't. Oh, what did it say? It says, your wish is granted. Your wish is granted. We're gonna do it. We're gonna hit the goal and we're gonna do DSP tries it tomorrow. Sweet. Oh, well, wish is granted. Thank you. So, Zobal, will you be sending me the $87? How will you do that? Super chat? Memberships? Subs? How's he gonna do it?
Then, as we've seen in the past, if the goal is not hit, he sits there in overtime and waits and waits and waits for the money. But it's magical, as Gout points out. DSP can end the stream very quickly once he gets his money, unlike earlier where he spent several minutes waiting on a tip running a slideshow. And that's another thing he'll do, is if the goal's not hit, he'll wait like 3 to 10 minutes on his slideshow after the stream is done, just waiting on a tip, a Hail Mary. Then apparently DSP is now averaging, as of late, 40 minutes of OT every day between the two streams. Yet, he wants to spend more time with his wife because he can't start on time and can't end on time. Then we have this from Hypersonic Femboy Real. Why is he still online on YouTube? And then he tried wearing a Santa hat and his green screen cut that off. We have True Hype Strong, half Santa Man's retarded cousin. Then he did not hit the double goal and he was mad about this, but he wants people to give him money right away tomorrow so he can order Popeyes. Don't delay, give that man money now, dudes.
Interaction, and we exceeded the goal. The goal 150, we had over 200 bucks. It was a shame because we had great momentum and then it slowed down. I was like, oh, maybe tonight would have been a night where we double up and actually we get 2, because right now we're at goals hit of 9. We are only 1 away from having DSP tries it of Popeyes. So it's very large potential that tomorrow during the Bloodborne stream we can hit it. And I would say, I'd urge everyone, if you're going to contribute tomorrow, come by and contribute during the Bloodborne stream. Why? Because if we hit it, I'm going to order and we're going to eat it right then. We're going to do it right after Bloodborne ends. So obviously, the sooner the better. Because let's say we hit it Tuesday night. Well, I'm not going to order it then. That's not dinner for me. I'm not going to eat a meal at late at night. It would have to wait till the next day, you see? So we hit on tomorrow's first stream. I'll order the food. It'll be great. But thank you guys. Today was a great day of variety gameplay. I had a great time. And, you know, hit the goals on the second stream. Exceeded them. Ended up being a really good day overall. It's great, okay? So, good stuff.
When Crackhead Side Phil came out, because he doesn't want to eat his wife's food, he demands the goal gets hit so he can get Popeyes. But will he actually get Popeyes today? But before that, we get to That Being Said, showing some more bands from the previous day. We have A Pig with a Party Hat, Cat Dry Snatch, Dormant Toilet Reel, Who You Gonna Call Gout Busters, Jasper Needs Blood Work Reel, Linda's Taint Reel, Notable Muppet Reel, Grease Wipe Hand Sniff Combo, Reel, Ashton Called Cat Fat Reel, Cat Downstairs Later, Elephant in the Room Reel, Phil's Two Broken Toilets, Cat the Toilet, Disintegrator, Sad Toilet Downstairs Reel, Cat Made Gumbo Yeah Okay LOL, Curated Gout Gaming, Isaac Hamler, My Fat Mom Wants Burned Soup, Cat Elephant in the Room Reel 2, Demon in the Corner, Addicted to RGB. Now if you're thinking, that's not a lot of names, let me show you something here. Look at the full list here. Look at all those people. This is in a 24-hour period ban. Gone forever. So DSP pushed this out before the stream. Today's first stream is live. It's festive fun as I count your game nominations for the Christmas Marathon. And let's hit the goal to lock in a DSP Tries It. Beg tweet, by the way. And let's do it live at the end of the gameplay. Bloodborne, DLC endgame incoming. So what he's saying here is he wants to hit the goals right away. Once he hits the goals, after they're done the Bloodborne stream, he's gonna eat Popeyes directly on stream. Then DSP has these from time to time where he has self-awareness. And this is one of the few times he ever has this, is because he admits the Renaissance is over. All the stuff from Kino Casino, the support, the people, it's all gone. And then starts complaining about trolls.
pretty much we're back to where we started. And what I mean by that is not to say that everyone on the internet is bringing me up and name dropping me in a negative way anymore, because that pretty much has stopped. But that big momentum that we had with more new people kind of coming in and checking out my stuff has pretty much died. And there's a couple of reasons for it. Number one, because the collabs basically stopped. You know, what collabs was I going to do? I could only do so many collabs with Kino Casino until they're going to start to get old, right? I reached out to a bunch of other people who, I'm going to be honest, everyone on the internet loved to crap on me when it was easy. When it was, oh, Phil is it's like shooting fish in a barrel. He's the easy dunk. He's the easy joke. He's the easy layup for us, right? To get a rise out of their audience. Now, it's not so easy anymore, because now I'm actually willing to collaborate and clap back. Everyone shuts the fuck up. Every single person who for years talked shit, who for years, oh, I want to talk to Phil. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay, well, now I'm available because people don't hate me anymore. Let's do it. They all bitched out and ran away. So it is what it is. The truth is, I am happy, all right, to just be hanging out with you guys and making content every day, which is all I ever wanted. And now that I'm not the whipping boy of the internet and everyone's not just bringing me up in a negative light anymore, it's refreshing. But now some of that big burst of support that I got is gone. And that's okay. Things are still good. I want you to understand that. You know, this new method of counting rewards for hitting my goals is working.
Then DSP started looking at the nominations for his Christmas marathon, and one of the first ones, Oral Lessons with Chi Chan. And you can see it's a woman, so he's absolutely disgusted. Then the begging for Popeyes. Come on, guys, hit the goal. Remember, there's no pressure, but let's hit the goal, guys. We want that Popeyes.
We are right there. If we hit the goal on this stream, I am ordering Popeyes for DSP Tries It today. And I've already spoken with my wife about it. Here's what we're getting. We got this big, like, family pack meal where you can get a whole bunch of chicken tenders and various dipping sauces, 4 different sides, okay? And I'm going to order the ghost pepper chicken sandwich, which is the new item that they have on the menu. So I'll be trying some of their normal menu, plus the new item as well, okay? So, right now, let's hit the goal. Let's do it during this very podcast. While we're doing festive stuff, when we're excited for the Christmas event, let's hit it so I can order. Let's get that food coming, and I will eat that right after the Bloodborne stream. Because the Bloodborne Old Hunters DLC stream is right after the end of this show, and we are near the end of the laboratory.
Then DSP looked up Ghost Runner 2 and said it's cheaper than the first one. He reads awards for the game. It was just another game no one has ever heard of. Watches 2 seconds of a muted teaser trailer, complains, no gameplay, nah, I'll pass. What a great attitude today. Phil knows zero about the game. Now another game, Power Wash Simulator. He's already played this before. He said people got bored of this, so he's decided he might play it again. Great business strategy right there, Phil. And Bieber Sucks adds on to it. If only Home Repair Simulator was on Game Pass. Then, Knights of the Old Republic 2 got more votes than Power Wash Simulator, but he just decided to keep Power Wash Simulator and fuck off Knights of the Old Republic. And then, Rage Quit Simulator got the second most vote, and he's deleting it as an option. Dictatorship side Phil. And then the whole topic of people trolling him on Kick came up. And DSP says he thinks it's just one person trolling him on 50 different accounts a day. These accounts aren't just razzing him, as they're saying insulting things about his family. Yet, Triple P saying Cat is fat is razzing him. Go figure. And then look at that, Bum Simulator on sale. Man, that homeless person looks really familiar. Then DSP made it official about DS politics for the week, that nobody cares, attendance is down, support's down, there's nothing to talk about. He's gonna look for more profitable things to do on his streams.
Okay, so here's the deal. I've been doing DS Politics every Thursday night for over a month, correct? I think I've done 4 or 5 episodes of it now. I really like doing the show, but I don't know if there's going to be enough political content for there to be a show every week. This particular week, I've been keeping my eye on the political stuff. There hasn't been a lot of substance. You know, there really just hasn't been. Oh, they interviewed Trump and he said this and this. Who cares? If there's something that actually concretely happens, I'm interested. I'm not interested in hearsay or the rumors about drones and shit like that. There was a big rumor that Justin Trudeau was going to step down as the leader of Canada. I was like, ooh, that would be a good story. And now nothing's happened with it yet. And I'm like, ah. So it's this simple. If some crazy political stuff happens between now and Thursday, I will do DS Politics on Thursday night. If not, then we're just going to do a late night stream. And I think what we'll do is maybe try to finish.
Then the Renaissance is over. The support, the money, it's all gone. It's not coming back. And we're going back to pre-Kino DSP, where he's refusing to pay $30 for a game for his games marathon. But of course, he'll spend thousands of dollars on WWE champions. And then DSP, for a second day in a row, shows off the alcohol that he's gonna drink for donations. But remember, dudes, he's a recovered alcoholic. His words, not mine.
Boy, so I'll be nice and boozed and buzzed up and ready to do the schedule. That smells amazing. Legit, it smells better than the double peat that I had at Halloween. It's smoky. It has some salt to it. It also has some like sweetness to it. It's got a few different things in there. It smells really good. Here. Deeply rich. It's all the senses. A creamy, nutty notes. Distinctive, full on, and definitely not for the timid, because it's so strong. All right. That's going to be a good one. All right, good stuff. Okay. I don't want to play for any games. Ghost Runner 1 is pretty fun. No, it's not that I don't want to pay. It's that I don't want to get a game I'm not interested in. Like, someone just offered to buy it, and I was like, nah. All right, so our Christmas nominations list is in. We don't even need to do a poll. Well, I guess we could do a poll to determine the order that we do these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many things can you put in a YouTube poll? Hold on. Let's find out. Only 5. Oh, come on. Seriously? I can only put 5 in a poll. Forget it. We won't do a poll. Just that day live. We'll have people vote in chat. That's what we'll do. We'll have people vote on what they want to see in what order that day, and that'll determine the order because, you know, of course, YouTube is limited to only 5 in a poll. So stupid. Okay? Very good. Can you have some? Absolutely not. You can't have it. That's for me. That's my Christmas present to myself. Here you go. Yeah, I could try the demo, but again, I'm telling you, I remember a few years ago, I saw someone playing the game and I didn't like it. I was like, nah, it doesn't look that good. Oh, we're definitely going to do Dino Crisis, Jade. It's in there. And now, since it's on PS5, it means I can actually do a full playthrough of it without having to worry about losing access or anything. So, absolutely.
Then the crackhead infill came out. Again, for Popeyes, he needs those goals hit, dude. But again, no pressure. But that goal needs to be hit, dude. Otherwise, he will need to figure out what he's eating tonight so his wife can cook it. Remember, she's at work too, so she has to come home and then cook for him. And look at that. 59 cents. Dudes, I need your buy-in for this game, dudes. And then we have Dick Stroke and Phil vlogs. Phil writing out his list of Christmas marathon games, and they've all got one vote, other than Stellar Blade, is so fucking funny. That's not the point of the poll, you fucking dunces. Then I'm 99% sure this is a troll, but we have 1 Minute Man. The real last straw was him emailing me while I was in the Barren Sea, fishing at 3 AM for a few tips that set me off. Of course, this was in Broside Phil stream, but again, most likely 99% this is a troll. Then DSP told us exactly what he had to eat if the goal was not hit and he doesn't get his Popeyes. Otter, the fact that DSP's dinner options are hot dogs or tin soup gives you an insight how little groceries are bought and used in that house. Then DSP with one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard from him. According to DSP, it's impossible to run a Nintendo 64 game without an N64. Professional gamer, people. And then remember earlier when he said $30 is too much for a game? Well, apparently, even $20 is too much to pay for a game to play on his Christmas marathon. Then we have the Geek, who quotes DSP. It would be awesome to hit the goal as my wife's working, which means she won't have time to come home and cook. And then Geek adds on, why don't you do the husbandly thing and either 1. Go cook yourself, you lazy scrub, or 2. Use some of that 30k plus to buy a takeaway regardless, and just eat it off screen. Then we see this on Phil's computer here, and it's under his WordPad for long-form React ideas. And apparently OP Boone decided to threaten Phil that he's gonna cancel his Ultra membership, he's gonna cut off all ties with him, he's not gonna work for him anymore. And why was that? It's because the direction of the channel. He doesn't like the drama, he doesn't like all that stuff. He just wants him to play games. So it looks like OP Boone is gone, and soon we're gonna see another person be banned and gone forever as well. Then DSP decided to do a live poll of viewers, and we have Scarface at 2, Killer Frequency, which is already playing, at 2, Sea of Stars 2, that's never coming back, Knights of the Old Republic 2, which he deleted from there, 2, Bad Rats 2, Rage Quit Simulator 17, which he also deleted from this list as well, Snowboard Kids 2, which he deleted because he said he can't play an N64 game without an N64, Dino Crisis 5, which he's already played like 3 times the first 10 minutes, Mario and Luigi Brothership 5, Job Simulator 45, he's already played Job Simulator by the way, and isn't Job Simulator a VR game? Hitman Blood Money 3, Subnautica 2, Power Wash Simulator, which he's already played but they want him to do the Xmas levels 1, Plumbers Don't Wear Tie 2, Ultra Kill 1, Sonic Unleashed 1, DayZ 1, Rick and Morty Virtual Reality 1, I think that's another VR game too. He's not going to play VR games. Coin Game, which he's already playing 1, Dark Souls PC Edition, which he's already played multiple times, Dark Souls 1, Astrobot DLC 1. What a hell of a list right there, Phil. Then DSP showed off some of the deaths that he can be donated to. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Because you know, he's a small time guy now again. The resurgence is over. He needs things donated again, dudes. Then he went on to complain how Lapdesk, a physical product, is out of print. And if you thought he was done begging to hit the goals and eat Popeye's chicken, well, you're gonna be wrong for a very long time. Here's DSP begging yet again.
The goal, we want to hit the goal as soon as possible so I can order the Popeyes for the DSP Tries It and we can have it coming after Bloodborne today. So the sooner the better. Please consider contributing in any way. Let's get it going. Let's hit it as soon as possible so we can just get it rolling. All right. I want to get that going and lock it in. Okay. If not, that's the thing. Like I have to order in time so it'll be here for the end of the stream.
And then the support was not coming in. And we have these in the chat. Is the oven preheated? Biting nails, biting nails. And we have Fox Mulder. Time to get that oven on, Phil. And we were not done with the begging. We're still going. Guys, he really needs to hit those goals. He wants that Popeyes. Don't make him eat Cat's cooking.
So guys, once again, many of you are probably here now that weren't at the beginning of the show. We are so close to locking in and having goals hit 10 and doing DSP Tries It today. I want to do it today. I want to order the food, and after Bloodborne, I want to do the Popeyes DSP Tries It, which is going to include the ghost pepper chicken sandwich, a bunch of chicken tenders with various dipping sauces, and 4 different sides. All right, that's what I want to do. But I need to hit the goal. So please support the stream today. Let's get some super chats in there. We only have 2. Let's get some memberships in there. Let's get some. So we have 0 subs on Kick today. 0. Let's get a sub. Someone get the sub right now. And we only have $2 in tips. Let's get some tips too. All right.
And then with support down on Kick, DSP goes on to beg someone to be generous and gift everyone who lost Kick subs to re-gift them back. And then Otter talks about his begging yet again. DSP is just endlessly talking about Popeyes and begging, at least once every 2 to 3 minutes. Remember when DSP Gaming used to be about gaming? Then the end of the podcast came, and guess what, guys? He did not hit the goal, which he then turned into a bag to hit the goal before Bloodborne was done.
Thanks to those for the early support. Sucks that we couldn't hit the goal. I really wanted to hit the goal during the show so we could order and have it done, and then we just focus on Bloodborne. But now, you know, it's uncertain. And by the way, again, we could do it right now during this stream. We just need the support levels to do it. I'm looking at a bunch of people over on Kick with 0 contributions today. Nothing, really. 0. Anyway. All right, guys, let's wrap.
Then we have Gout's DSP podcast audit for the 17th. Biggest section, Christmas Marathon Games. Then Beggin/Goals Hit, Q&A, Schedule, Looking at Couch Master, Shoutouts, Playing with Steam, Intro, and Playing with RGBs. Again, great, robust content. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, you must have got the money on Bloodborne stream. Bloodborne always brings the money. OIC loves Bloodborne, right? Well, it didn't work out too well for Phil. We have this from Poem Josh. Please pity me.
Yeah, I know. That Popeye's ghost pepper chicken sandwich, some sides, and some tenders would feel great today for dinner, but I guess instead I'm gonna have a turkey hot dog. Great. I guess that's how it works. It's the levels I've stooped to.
Now, that's a very weird thing to phrase right there. That's the levels I've stooped to. That does not sound very good, Phil. It makes you look even more like a scumbag. Then we have Dirty Dingo in the chat. Sounds like you need a better reward that's more enticing to the viewers. No one's suggesting you eat Popeyes twice. You know what happened after that? Ban, ban, ban. Gone. Forever. But you know what? Let's take a look at the gameplay. Let's see how Phil is doing in Bloodborne. And we have this from Dumpy Koala.
I'm getting lit on fire. I dodged. It ignored my dodge again. I'm stuck. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Are you kidding? It won't give my fucking inputs. Are you fucking kidding me? This stupid fucking game sticks me behind a rack on the side of the fucking room so I can't move properly. Then it unlocks the camera without my fucking permission. Now I can't move or do any kind of reactions all of a sudden. The game fucks me. So in the third phase, basically the fire comes off her blade. So even if I parry, I can't do anything about it after because I get hit by fire. It interrupts the parry. It works, but you get hit anyway. ignored every input I did. Now I'm stuck in the wall again. Look what it did. It put me in the wall so I can't dodge. What the fuck? Jesus, stop putting me in the wall. Dumb game. Can't parry her, see? There's nothing I can do. Now I'm stuck in the wall. Unreal. No parries now. Fuck you, bitch. God damn, what a pain in the ass. These bosses are a pain in the ass. Ugh. Alright. The Celestial Dial.
And then the begging. Still, they hit the goals. No supports coming in. Poem Josh. We are now no pressure begging for viewers to please his wife by buying her food because she's been waiting for it to happen. This is starting to sound suspiciously not like a business-related goal, Philip.
2 hours left on the stream. I want to hit the goal today so that we can order the food and do DSP Tries It, all right? We've been waiting for this DSP Tries It for a week and a half. My wife's going to be home, and she wants Popeye. She's been telling me, man, it sucks we didn't get the Popeyes, all right? Come on. Let's hit the goal. Let's hit the goal and sink it in so I can order the food and we're good and we can focus on Bloodborne, all right? Jasper, I was just about to play. What are you doing? How dare you jump on my lap when I'm about to play Bloodborne? How could you?
And look at him at the end, just staring at chat, waiting for the money to come in. But the problem is, it's not coming in anytime soon, Phil. Then he got so desperate, he's now offering his kick badges for 20 gifted subs. You know when he does this, it's desperation. And then there was an hour left. Still, no pressure begging for the Popeyes. Then he's at $64 with 30 minutes left. And says he's gonna have to eat lunch meat sandwiches tonight. And then the whole time he was playing Bloodborne, he's waiting for the money to come in. And he's giving the side eye to his laptop to see if contributions coming in. But they're not coming in, Phil. They're not coming in. Then Phil kept answering questions from the chat, but there was only one problem with this. Nobody was actually asking these questions. He was making up questions so he could answer himself. Then the no pressure begging kept continuing, and he wants that money now. His wife is almost home, dudes.
I think my wife is arriving home. It sounds like a car's pulling in, and if that's the case, I gotta get Jasper Kitty out of here. By the way, guys, so now I don't know if we're ordering or not. Guys, I'm gonna just say this. If you were gonna support the stream, do it right now, because my wife's home and we're gonna order food. We wanna do it now, okay? Not wait till 3:30. I know some people love to wait to the last minute. I don't know why. So if you were gonna support to hit the streak, or not the streak, to hit the goal, so we can order and do DSP Tries It today, please do it right now. Otherwise, we need to know, because she needs to know if she needs to cook or not, okay?
Think about how entitled and scummy he sounds saying that. Like, imagine a streamer saying, I know guys, you're waiting till the last minute, just do it now. Just give me the money you know you're gonna give me. Just do it now, dudes. Then the money is not coming in. So DSP is hopeful that tomorrow you can hit the goal, get the Popeyes, during the Metokur react. And we have Sister Snood in kick, Popeye hype tomorrow while we watch a sick man. We have Alt Mic Arm, hell yeah brother, I can't wait. Then he went on break to tell Kat the bad news that she has to start cooking soon. Then he kept demanding, he's demanding folks tip right now, so he can know whether or not he needs to tell his wife that's coming home from work to cook for him. Then we have these messages in chat. Type 1 in chat if you like turkey hot dogs. So, turkey hot dogs is back on the menu? He's on another break? Yeah, he kept taking multiple breaks. Because he had to talk to his wife, he had to get up, he had to stretch, blah blah blah. Now this is an interesting thing because he kept taking breaks saying, I have to talk to my wife, I have to see what she's up to. FYI, DSP said his wife was home an hour ago and asked people to support because that marked the time he had left to order Popeyes. Here, he is saying she's not actually home 40 minutes later. He never left to check or move Jasper, so how would he know at this point? Then someone told DSP, just get Popeyes, you don't have to hit the goal to get it, just order it, give it to Cat. And DSP responded with, he can't just get Cat Popeyes without hitting the goal, because you will get sick if you eat Popeyes 2 days in a row. Of course, what he's saying here is, if he orders it without hitting the goal, and then he hits it tomorrow, it'll be 2 days in a row that you eat Popeyes, and apparently if you eat Popeyes 2 days in a row, you get sick from it. DSP logic. Then we have The King Lives. I'm Popeye the tip bagging man. And he's still begging for more. He does not want to eat his wife's cooking.
And thank you for the early support. Now, guys, we want to hit the goal today, and we want to hit it as soon as possible on this stream. Why? As soon as I hit it, I'm ordering Popeyes for DSP Tries It, and we're going to do it right today after this Bloodborne stream ends, around 4 p.m. Pacific time. Okay? So please, contribute to the stream. Let's hit goals hit milestone 10 so I can order, and then we can get it going. All right? And then we can start working on the next goal as well.
Then it came down to the wire. Guess what, guys? Popeyes denied for another week in a row. This is the second week in a row. And then he said as soon as she gets home, he's going to tell her to start making dinner for him. But remember, this is what DSP calls success. Then he even stalled in overtime 10 minutes. Kept talking about Popeyes over and over. Because DSP didn't want to have hot dogs and rice. He's above that. He's a king. And then Otter points this out. I hope you're all happy. You've let him down. And then we have Pig Roach. No Popeyes for dinner tonight, Cat. We could eat your leftover tuna casserole. Don't cry, honey. We'll get you your 2 20-piece buckets tomorrow. So with that, another stream that he did not hit the goal, so let's add that to the total. And we have this clip here, which speaks for itself.
Have I ever been so mad that I shit my pants? No. I don't shit when I'm angry. Kind of weird. I have shit my pants in my life. I'm 42 years old and I've had a couple accidents, but not because I was angry. Okay then. Anyway.
Then we have this from Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs. We have a picture of Phil pointing in a direction and Cat looking in that direction. See, Cat? These are the fuckers who were responsible for us not eating Popeyes today. You all should be ashamed. Darkside Pimp, where the fuck were you? The streak is dead. I at least thought you guys would tip for food. 3 weeks without DSP Tries It. We are starving here. And then this is from Dumpy Koala. And this is from Raw Phil. He kept his slideshow on. And whenever the goal is not met, Raw Phil has to do this. And it's beautiful each and every time. Then we had Elon tag DSP with a picture of his Popeyes and just says, get fucked. And JG Win with an observation. I wonder how that chat with Cat is going right now. Oh, Cat, I wish we could afford some Popeyes, but all these morons aren't giving me much money. I know, it's awful. Don't they know you work 9 hours a week and I have to beg full time? This is bullshit. Then we have Jesus Has Guns, Cat Hungry, Phil Broke, 1 Minute Man Detracting, Whale's Gone, Kick Dancing, Darziak Dented, Toilet Fucked, Mold Black, King Dead, Linda Smokin', Dave, Disappointed. You already know what it is. Trolls always win, baby. And that brings us to the second stream, where apparently DSP is learning how to use editing software. And we have Phil's 5K monthly business expenses. I'm excited to watch Indiana Jones. And the first thing DSP said on stream was that he was not happy because you guys made me eat turkey hot dogs tonight.
Mr. Mate, how you doing? He says, hope you had an epic dinner. Absolutely not. We did not hit the goal earlier. We only got 100 out of the 150, so I didn't have Popeyes. Instead, I had hot dogs. Ugh. Turkey hot dogs. Turkey hot dogs are no substitute for Popeyes, guys. Yeah. Not at all. So that's what I mean. I hope we hit it tonight. Let's hit it tonight to lock it in, and tomorrow we have Popeyes on stream together. All right, let's do it.
And would you look at that, the pattern continues. Day stream is slow, nighttime is wailed out. Who would have thought that would happen? It's almost like it's a pattern again. So he has 167 YouTube viewers, a couple of dollars in super chats from them. 41 viewer kick chat, over $400 from 3 accounts. Not suspicious at all. Hey, so we'll put one in the column for streams that DSP made the goal. And we have this clip from Indiana Jones. DSP, have you ever seen a nun knock someone out? And Dragon, it's a video game, Phil. A video game.
Yo, she punched the guy. Look, she's punching him out.
You fight
do
well
that all
for an
day.
archaeologist.
I really like to go hands-on when I work.
I know. Now, we know she's not really a nun. But have you ever played a video game where you saw a woman in a nun's habit run up and jab a guy lightly twice and see the guy get knocked the fuck out? That's a first for me. I don't know about you guys. That's outstanding. That's absolutely outstanding. I've never seen anything like that before. Wow.
Then this is how greedy Phil gets when he gets money. Hits the goal, immediately starts begging for the double goal. Hits the double goal, immediately starts begging for the triple goal. Hits the triple goal, immediately start begging for the quadruple goal. And as Taken L says, are you getting it yet, Dents? Then DSP goes on to declare, he's married, so he can't do long marathons.
We should do a subathon. I don't really know what a subathon is. If it's like doing a crazy marathon, you know I can't do those. You know, I have a life. I'm not a single guy who can sit here for 2 days straight, keep playing games and streaming until I get more subs.
Then after he got $400, he said, this makes up for the days we missed in support now after tonight. Then the topic of Mr. Metokur came up yet again, and DSP says he doesn't care if Mr. Metokur shows up now, and he's never put any pressure for him to show up. It's his choice. Even though you put out that video, you told people, go bug him, go harass him, but there's no pressure, just like you're no pressure begging, Phil. And then apparently, after 17 years, DSP said he learned how to zoom in and then go back full screen. DSP had to look up how to do this. Made it seem like a new feature. Yes, I'm serious. And then we got the final tally for the night. $485. Kick side, $478, all kick subs. YouTube side, $5. Super chats, $5. And then we have $2 in tips. And then we have Mr. Metokur's oncologist, Real. Hey Phil, Mr. Metokur asked me to reach out and let you know he will not be on your podcast. He said, and I quote, I'd rather die of ass cancer. Then DSP was happy that the money came in, but he's berating people not to hold out and give him money faster next time.
We didn't have tons of viewers. We had less than 200 viewers on YouTube. We had around 40, 50 viewers on Kick. Even though we didn't have a lot of viewers, okay? It still did well. Guess what? Listen to this. We hit the goal. So we locked in the DSP Tries It. Oh, but guess what? We doubled the goal. So now, not only did we hit goals hit 10, we went to 11, and we got a head start on the next goal. We already discussed that the next goal is going to be, I'm going to get this unique pizza from this place called Pizza with a Twist. And this place does pizza combined with Indian food. So basically they put curry or tandoori chicken on a pizza. I have no clue what that would be like, but it sounds unique at least, something different, right? Oh yeah, but then we tripled the goal and we had another one. So we ended up getting not 10, but 11 and 12 goals hit tonight. And people started to open their eyes like, oh, wait a minute. So this new system is pretty neat. Because on a night like tonight, there's good supportive people there. It's not like, oh, one person helps you hit the goal and everyone's like, well, let's just hold back and try to support later because we want to keep the streak going. There's no streak. People saw opportunity and said, I want to keep going. And they keep contributing, and it kept stacking. So now, even though we certainly have had several streams where we didn't hit the goals, now we just hit 3 in one day. Okay? I have 0 complaints. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you guys for that. Incidentally, I had made the offer that if people contributed 20 gifted subs over on Kick, that I would give them the VIP and the OG badges, and 3 people took advantage of that. And then another person on top of that did another big contribution because they were, you know, just in a good mood. So we did great today. Okay, we did. Like, it was absolutely outstanding.
Then one of the reasons DSP decided to do a react to this documentary is he thought there would be a huge section on him and the SOK and how Metokur broke them up. But guess what, guys? DSP's not even in this except for one moment where Metokur makes him part of his profile picture and calls him a homosexual.
I don't know how much I'll have to relate to the Mr. Metokur situation and his history. I just don't know that much about the guy at all. You know, I just am trying to understand the guy because I've heard so much about him. I've heard, oh, you know, he's someone who trolled you a lot over the years and called you out for a lot of BS. At the same time, he also did the same thing to your detractors, and he's one of the primary reasons why the old detractor group, the SOK, or Sons of Kojima, ended up getting exposed and disbanded. So, I mean, that's fascinating. That's like both sides of the same coin, right? So I think that's why it's such an interesting story that I want to learn about.
Then DSP started attacking people and saying he's better than them and he's more successful. Then we have this in chat from Darkside Stinky. Slamming other people for failed projects ain't a good look when you can't get even a single guest to come on your podcast, my guy. Then DSP goes on to say, Mr. Metokur deserves a chance to speak to DSP, and Phil will benefit from it. Then Otter, just because you don't have pop-ups doesn't mean you won't keep the money. This is after shitting on him for several minutes. Then DSP on Wednesday announced he wants 8 streams of $150 before Monday so he can eat Indian pizza. That's right, pump those numbers up, bros. Then DSP keeps saying this over and over. Other creators, they messaged me, they DM'd me, they told me, you have to react to this. It's gonna be legendary. Of course, as Dragon points out, it's probably the voices in Phil's head. And what I'm gonna do as well is, he did this all day, so I'm gonna lump the whole react stuff in together. And then we will talk about the other stuff that happened afterwards. And also get it out of the way, one stream he did not make the goal, and one stream he did make the goal, so we're gonna add 1 to the counter for each side.
I was told by various different parties, outsiders, even other content creators, that this is a good idea and that people will want to see this, okay? And no, and people are like, oh, we were talking about Kino Casino, obviously. No, I'm not, actually. I'm actually talking about other different content creators who reached out to me and were like, you absolutely need to respond and do a react to the Metokur thing because that's super interesting to the internet. That's why I'm doing it.
Then yet again, DSP begging for support on his Christmas marathon so he can drink alcohol. And this is DSP's plan. He's going to react to the documentary all day, and then tomorrow he will react to how well the react went for him. Yes, this is his actual schedule. The era of non-tent continues. Then, as Mr. Ludacris points out, DSP's gonna hate June's documentary on Metokur. He's only mentioned once, it's not even by name, he's just mentioned as one of 3 homosexuals in Metokur's PFP. You know, he's just going to expect an entire chapter dedicated to him or something. Then DSP went on to recap the past 18 months, how he doesn't care about the side-scroller interview, how he got his revenge on RTU, doesn't mention Kino Casino at all, and implies his renaissance was all on his own. Remember, when he was ranting about the Comcast employee that was a troll, they got fired? Well, he changed the story today, and DSP says the employee could have been sacked, suggesting that they weren't. Then we have DSP talking about Metokur, coming on his pre-stream and talking and interviewing and absolutely loses the plot. We have Real the Dead. He has literally no idea what it's like to die of cancer. This level of ignorance just goes to show how coddled he was and how sheltered from the real world his life has been. This is legitimately fucking disgusting.
Jim didn't respond. So now I said this will basically be kind of the last ditch effort. That at least now I can say, listen, I left the door open. I made the offer. Even if, he can't do it, that's fine. There's no pressure here. He doesn't have to respond. He doesn't have to show up. But just to give him the opportunity to know that, yes, the door was open, things had changed. Well, I haven't heard from him. And from what I'm to understand, he's not doing so well. He's quite sick. I wish him the best. Hopefully, it's not so bad and he has a good holiday.
It's not so bad. He is literally dying.
And of course, once he mentioned Craig, he had to go all in, called him a pussy bitch who doesn't care about morality and is just greedy. And as Otter points out, sounds exactly like DSP.
I got my revenge on side scrollers. What do I mean? Well, let's see. First off, they ultimately were exposed for being absolutely awful creators. They failed miserably as any kind of an entertainment or video game related culture show. They had to completely rebrand to become a right-wing grifter show. Okay? And then I had him in an interview and I publicly exposed him for who he really was, a malicious individual who was only out for self-serving purposes, who never intended to give me a fair shake during the interview, but instead was trying to spin it into his big break. He wanted the scoop that I was going to admit that I played WWE Champions, and he was going to be the guy who got the scoop, and he was going to benefit huge from it, and he didn't get it, and he became a whiny little baby bitch who then just sucked money from my detractors to try to get something out of the situation. And his mask came completely off in my interview with him when he became incredibly desperate at being exposed, and then said, oh, well, I'll donate money to charity. Oh, well, I'll send money to you. Well, I'll do whatever. He's just a fucking pussy bitch. He always was. He's just someone who takes advantage of a situation, doesn't care about the morality around it or anything like that. As long as his pockets get lined, that's all he cares about. 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you anything he's talking about in his shitty-ass fucking right-wing grifter show is bullshit. He's just fabricating drama. He's making...
Of course, what DSP said there about his interview with Craig is absolutely incorrect in every single way. And also, remember DSP, they were giving you a chance to come clean about WWE Champions. You lied to them. For 5 hours, you lied to them about WWE Champions. Even when you left the interview and went to your own pre-stream, your decompression stream, if you will, you were saying how fair it was and how they treated you nice. It wasn't until people told you it went bad that you changed your attitude about that. And it's always funny when Phil says, Craig's right-wing grift never worked. What exactly was DS politics, Phil? What exactly was it? And DSP has decided drama is not for him. He doesn't want to do drama like Kino Casino stuff. He doesn't want to do drama like shitting on Cog and Ethan Ralph. He doesn't want to do that. It's too much for him. He gets tired over that. He's 42 years old, dude, and married.
I don't like that content. Do you understand? I just don't. I don't like that content at all. I can go on Kino Casino and I can watch them do it and chime in from time to time, but I could never do that for a living. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy clowning on people, at all. I just don't. Some people, it's like their forte.
Then David Davison with a quote from DSP. I could have changed who I was during the summer. Which David adds on, you did sell out. You completely changed what you were doing for years and alienated a quarter plus of your regular audience because you tried to be like Kino Casino. Then we have Dumpy Koala. DSP Gaming attempts to felt RTU claims he doesn't do drama as he talks about drama.
Got like 5,000 views on that one video alone. It was like the most viewed video I did in a month. I could easily clown on that fucking guy every day if I wanted to. There's no point. I don't care. I don't need to make that kind of money and get that kind of attention. I don't see the benefit. A lot of people like it. They like the drama. Not me. You know me. Definitely, let's be honest here. During that time period of August, September, October, right? If I had stayed on top of drama constantly, if I had stayed on these people, like Ethan Ralph, like Cog, like Review Tech, right? If I had stayed on these people, clowning on them constantly, I absolutely would have stayed more popular. I absolutely would have kept that surge of popularity that I had. But I don't like that content. Do you understand? I just don't. I don't like that content at all. You know, I can go on Kino Casino and I can watch them do it and chime in from time to time, but I could never do that for a living. I just don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy clowning on people, you know, at all. I just don't. I don't, you know, some people, it's like their forte. I can't take it. It actually hurts me. Like, I want to enjoy games. I want to have fun. I want to chill and relax. I want to have meaningful conversation, right? That's the stuff that I love doing. That's the stuff I aspire to do from now till the day I die. When I do politics, I don't want to just sit there and clown on people. I do want to expose hypocrisy and nonsense, but I also want to hope that people watching my show are learning something or seeing a different perspective they don't usually get, because most of the mainstream stuff is now completely polarized. You see what I mean? Like, I strive to do things differently, but just, I'm not going to ever be ultra popular or be ultra rich because I do stuff that way. Do you get it? Like, that's just the case that's going to happen. You know, there's nothing I can do about that. That's just reality. That's who I am. Exactly. Drama, controversy, hate, they pay more. That's what people want these days. They want ultra polarized. How funny is it now that everyone just wants ultra polarized politics talk? Either you're all the way to the left or you're all the way to the right. You can't be in the middle. You can't ever be in the middle on any topic. Like, what the hell? Well, thank you. Game Dude says respect for not being a sellout. I very well could have been. Again, during this whole summertime of popularity and stuff that was happening, I 100% could have changed who I was as a content creator, as a person, and I still wouldn't be getting the views that I had then. Remember, every podcast then, I was getting 500-600 viewers. I very well could have kept getting the drama contributions I was getting, you know, but I was making $200 in tips a stream alone. You understand that? I was making $200 in tips only on a stream. Plus, I was getting memberships. Plus, I was getting super chats. Plus, I was getting subs. I was getting all of that. I was making insane amounts of money for a couple of months there. Well, thank you, Elixification, who says, mad respect to you that you're sticking to games most of the time. Cheers. Seems sad today? Not at all. I'm not sad. Like I said, I don't have many crazy topics to talk about today. Today we're just doing a little bit of a slow build up to the react, which we're going to do in a little bit. In fact, probably we should end the show like right now, because I do need to get the other stream going over on DSP Reacts and build it up to get people over there. So I probably should wrap it up.
Then DSP got this super chat from one of the Dolphins. Publicly asking a dude on his deathbed for an interview is incredibly messed up, and people have every right to be angry about it, especially with the big C. Then DSP said he was hoping for a Christmas miracle, that Metokur would feel better and come on his show. That's right, the guy who's dying from late stage cancer, he was hoping he would feel good and come on his show. You know, most people, like Duty here, would say a Christmas miracle would be that he would beat cancer, but not DSP.
And then we're going to do Call of Duty tomorrow instead. So what we'll do, let's actually now lock in the schedule for the week so everyone knows exactly what to expect, rather than fooling ourselves and being like, oh yeah, there's going to be a Christmas miracle and he's going to change his mind and miraculously be good, healthy enough to come on the show. It ain't going to happen, right? If it was going to happen, he already would have reached out. It is what it is, right? So, let's talk about this week and what's really going to happen. All right, so today, a chill level 1 podcast followed by me reacting to the Mr. Metokur documentary by June the King over on my DSP Reacts channel. So once this podcast ends, there will be a big pop-up on the screen that says, hey, click over here, go to DSP Reacts, all right? If you're on my Kick channel, DSP Gaming Real, you don't have to go anywhere. The stream's just going to shut down. I'm going to change all the settings over to broadcast on DSP Reacts, have the DSP Reacts pop-ups and everything, and then we're just going to start broadcasting over there. If you are here on DSP...
Now remember when DSP said, I'm not going to monetize this React. There's not going to be any pop-ups. Look at that. A monetized pop-up. What a scumbag. I'm going to tell you exactly how this React went in a nutshell. Oh, that's just like me. I went through the same thing. Oh, yeah, me. Oh, me. Just like me. I went through the same thing. Me. Now, there's a famous clip of Leanna being sick, and DSP during his stream saying, hold on, I have to go wake up Leanna. She's sick, but she has to make me dinner. DSP is now denying he ever said or did that.
Yeah, see, Zebra Unicorn says, he's most famous. He made fun of you for checking on if Leanna was going to make you dinner while she was sick with the flu. Okay. See, to me, I don't even know what you're talking about. I literally have no idea what that means. I mean...
The one before that. You're looking for one that doesn't make you look like shit.
Make sure that Leanna's awake. She's not been feeling too well. I want to make sure she's awake because she has to start making dinner. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did he just say his girlfriend's sick, but he's got to go wake her up to make sure she can cook his fat ass dinner? Holy shit, what an irredeemable piece of crap. Yeah, God, my girlfriend who sells her shitty fucking soap to support my fat ass. She's real sick right now, but I better go make sure she's awake to cook me dinner. Wow, what a champion. Who doesn't want to be his girlfriend? You can hear him in the background. Yeah, wake up, bitch. I need my Hot Pockets.
Okay.
Wow. Why is she fucking this man?
All right, what do we got next?
God, he coughs more than I do, and I smoke and he doesn't.
Now DSP is calling every drama streamer sellouts and grifters. However, there's one group that he is not saying it about, and that's Kino Casino. However, one group he did say it about was PKA, where he berated them for having ads all over the screen. And personally, I would rather have ads all over the screen than someone like a homeless beggar every 3 minutes demanding money. Just saying, my personal stuff.
Do I really have to do this? I'm sorry, I have to. I literally cannot watch a clip from Painkiller on any of these documentaries. Look at this fucking disgusting fucking display. You guys say it's gross when I beg. Do you see their fucking podcast? Are you kidding me? This is their show? Look at how bad this is. I can't get it. The Patreon, email, merch, Quip, whatever the fuck it is. What is Quip? A toothbrush? You're actually selling a toothbrush on your fucking podcast. Archer Danger Island, you're actually advertising a TV show on your podcast. Like, look at this ugly shit. And by the way, their show always was ugly too. Take a look at their sets. What set? Look at that. Now listen, I understand that until recently you could criticize me, okay? You can say, well, your set looked like shit too. That's correct. But also, I wasn't like presenting myself as a professional business person coming at you and saying buy products and sponsorships and things. The thing was like shit, right? Like, look how bad this looked. And it was just pure advertisement. Like, I never, like, this is disgusting to me. Like, this pisses me off looking at it. Because it's like, out of this screen, how much is actual content? Like, a third of it. And then the other third is all bloat and fucking pay us money and buy products and shit. That drives me nuts. Look at my screen right now. How much is, hey, contribute? That tiny bar at the top. That's it. But, you know, that's great because, you know, like immediately when I said something in the chat, someone's like, oh, yeah, but you're criticizing 3 millionaires. Yeah, 3 shill loser millionaires. You're right. 3 dicks. Who fucking, this is all they cared about when they made their show. Why do you think that that's all over the screen? Like, seriously. That's why I would never be doing that shit. I would much rather sit here and then between breaks of my show be like, hey guys, by the way, just a reminder, please contribute. I want to hit a, you know, a goal today of stuff. Please do that. And that way when people watch the content, they can just enjoy the content. Like, I can't even watch this portion of the fucking documentary because I'm so annoyed by the ads in my face. It's disgusting. It's greedy. It's gross. It's shitty content. But that's passable, right? But me, I'm the problem because I every once in a while say, hey, please contribute. Let's hit a goal today, right? I'm the problem.
Then DSP had this weird rant where he talked shit about blood work and testing that hospitals do and said that doctors should be able to just look at people and know what they have. Absolutely delusional mental patient right here. Then we have next gen guy. I checked on Phil's Metokur React
via a different channel for important updates.
Game's Good Me Bad here, and today I just wanted to tell you a big update. At 7:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be taking a shit.
Up until late 2013, this is what Jim was, an extremely small creator by intention who scattered his videos across various channels.
Of course, Phil would love the scat talk. Then we have Otter. DSP got to the bit where Metokur confronted pedophiles, and he instantly makes it sound as if they were Phil's trolls because Metokur had DSP as part of his profile picture. Way to bend the truth to suit your agenda. And look at that, he's definitely not monetizing this at all, right? Then we have a quote from DSP. June Doc says Metokur lives in Minnesota. DSP. I don't know where he lives, but because he got swatted, I assume he lives in the United States. Then another quote from DSP. This is the section where people question whether something was wrong with Metokur, if he actually was sick. And DSP goes on to say, who cares if he faked cancer? Even if he is scamming people and people are enjoying his content, who cares? Let him do his streams. Then in a move that is absolutely bonkers, DSP compared people questioning Metokur's illness to the trolls questioning DSP playing WWE Champions, saying people were trying to get him in a gotcha moment. Absolutely insane fucking mobile games, which you later admitted to, Phil. Just want to point that out. Then we have a video from Poem. DSP turns Metokur's health into a rant about himself and his rights as a streamer before leaving from getting heated over the subject.
This is fucked. Why do you have to show all this? Right? Like, this is his private shit, his private life. And I think this is the fucked up part of having an internet presence be your job, is now this kind of stuff had to be made public because he needs to raise money to pay for everything going on. But if you have people constantly accusing you of lying, right, then you have to try to clear it up. Like, this is fucked that he has to show this. Completely fucked up. He never should have had to show a single piece of any of this. This is his business, his family's business. No one needed to fucking know about any of this shit. This is beyond fucked that the internet treated him like this and then he had to do this.
Strong. But of course, again, this is all fake bullshit. Jim's just been...
Who even cares? Like, even if he was scamming everyone, right? If he's putting out content people like, and he's selling hats, then fucking let him. Even if he lied about every piece of this, he's making content people like, he's selling hats. So what the fuck is wrong? I don't get it. Why does he now have to show his entire private shit going on? Because of these scumbags coming after him, you know? It's pretty fucked up.
Faking everything. Jim has had over the last 4 years.
Look at this. Why do you have to show this? I'm actually getting upset. I'm getting fucking upset. Fucking piece of shit calling him out and saying dumb shit. For what? Why does he have to show any of this? This is no one's fucking business, you know? I'm actually getting heated now. Like, I don't usually get, like, legit heated about shit. I'm actually getting really angry right now. I might have to pause it. Look, my eyes are tearing up because I'm angry. I might actually have to pause this for a second. In fact, I am going to pause it for a second. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to get up. I'm actually really upset. not serious enough of a situation for you? Right? What if he was having surgery? Would you require that a live streaming crew burst into the operating room to prove that he's dying on the operating table today? You don't believe it? Like, how the fuck is this your fucking business? The guy has a right to make money. The guy has a right to make content. The guy has a right to live. You don't have a right to negate his fucking rights because you think you're an internet crusader. You fucking piece of shit.
And one thing DSP found weird about the Metokur documentary is that June didn't cover DSP in the documentary. It's almost like you're not big enough in his life to be covered, Phil. Then at night, they got done early, so they had a hangout session, aka Q&A and beg. And this is where things got very interesting in a weird way. DSP thinks he has 4,000 unique people who watch his content on a daily basis. He also said he was one of the first people to ever get swatted. Then someone asked him, in his younger days, if he had a chance, would he fuck a woman that's a 10 out of 10? And DSP said he would fuck a 10 out of 10 woman in his younger days, but not marry them. What does that make your wife then, Phil? What does that make Kat? Besides fat. Now of course, he wasn't making the goal. Can you please support? I've only made $10. I know I exceeded the goal earlier, but it'd be nice to hit the goal. DSP, December 18th, 2024. Then he went on a rant about the trolls and how they don't have power over him anymore. And he said all the memes about him have fallen apart this year. There are no more negative memes about him. The Baggin memes and WWE Champions memes don't exist anymore. Then he said he's done with drama. He said it was too tiring for him, and he said it's too much work. Trying to get guests, having to talk to people. His whole thing was, if you're going to do an interview show, they should come to you. He didn't want to put any work into it, so he felt overworked. And then JG Win puts this in perspective. DSP is celebrating Festivus early with a bitch fest about people like Craig, It's a Gundam, RTU, etc. This whole bit is under the belief of an alleged resurgence. This is a real-time therapy session with yelling at a camera and 2 chats filled with LARPers. And then Wings was also attacked by DSP. DSP now saying Wings has been bullshitting him for the past 2 months, even suggested that maybe it was because of Keemstar. Then with the money being low, the attendance not being very high, nobody caring, he said he is wage quitting long-form reacts. Says enough of the bullshit. He doesn't know what to do with the DSP Reacts channel now. Basically, the only thing that's going to go on there is DSP Tries It and clips from his political show, but he doesn't even know if he's going to do the political show anymore. Might as well change the name of the channel again to DSP Tries It. Then he also went after Mutahar, and DSP thinks Mutahar deleted his Twitter because DSP has newfound attention. And Theo puts this out, bruh, he's so delusional, OMG, he needs help. And then the therapy session continued, where he says, It's a Gundam is a pussy for not wanting to talk to DSP now that he is popular.
What about It's a Gundam? How about that motherfucker? Talk shit about me for how many years? Constantly ragging on me, all this bullshit. He was so desperate to get noticed that during my interview with Side Scrollers, he fucking recorded his audio to be an audio question for the show, and then he played it and everyone laughed at him because he's fucking embarrassment. You know, like why the fuck did he do that? He's that desperate. Where did he go? Where is he? Crickets. Like I said, the one person who's exempt is Mr. Metokur. He actually has a valid reason why he can't talk to me. I get it. 100% understand. Absolutely no hard feelings whatsoever. But these other fucking people who are so opportunistic to drop the name Darkside Phil in a negative light anytime it would get a rise from their audience and make them money. But then when I had opportunity to clap back, because people cared about me again, they ran away. That's ultimate pussy shit. And I know some people will be like, oh, Phil's burning bridges. There's no bridges here. They ran away. They ran over the bridges and knocked them down. Do you get it? They retreated away when DSP actually had some backing again. I tried to make these opportunities happen. I reached out. I had people working on it. Oh, no, can't do it. Oh, no, not interested. Oh, no, can't do this, can't do that. Fuck you. Every one of you pussy bitches. Really. Because You didn't ever need to name drop me in a negative way. You did it for a cheap rise to make money. And then when you, oh, let's give him the opportunity to come back and let's have a real conversation. The truth is, I feel like a lot of these situations probably would have been positive. I think we would have had a lot more of a situation like what happened with Keemstar than say what happened with Stuttering Crit. Okay? Because in reality, I think a lot of people, if they just sat down with me and had a normal conversation, they'd be like, he's just a normal dude. You know, we ragged on him a lot. It's kind of unfair. He's just a normal guy. But the fact is, you didn't give me that chance. Like, literally never gave me the chance. So, you know what? If the internet doesn't want to play ball, that's fine with me. Just leave my fucking name out of your mouths forever then.
Then DSP had another target of why his long-form react to the Metokur documentary failed. And it's because the content creators that told him to react to the Metokur documentary didn't watch the react. And as Dragon points out, it was all Phil's idea from the start. He was begging on there being a section about him in the documentary that he could react to and use for profit. Yeah, because he wanted to say, see, my trolls are unhinged, they're crazy, and Metokur is the one that broke them up.
Yeah, I know. No, it's true. I was contacted by a few different people, you know, streamers and content creators, thinking that this would be a great idea for a react. But then again, I think these people didn't even watch the react. Like, I don't think they watched the documentary. They didn't know what was in it. I think a lot of people had the impression it was going to cover Metokur, like, ragging on me, and then I'd be able to react to that. It had none of that. So because of that, it ended up kind of being not so interesting.
Then, even to this day, DSP is still denying he was ever rude about VTubers, even though he was, and he's going to go on to talk about how he was rude to VTubers, but he was never rude to VTubers, according to Phil. And because of the trolls, it cost him guests on his interview show, with one of the people asking him point blank, "Are you retarded?"
Oh, Dunsfelter, I already told you about that too. He says, what about FGC guys? Let me put it this way, okay? I was talking to 3 different people in the FGC. 3. Okay? One talked to me for about a week and then disappeared and never responded again. One was incredibly interested in the interview until they started doing research and they found all my detractors' videos and literally believed every single thing my detractor said. Like I said, remember that there was a video about a VTuber? Like, I don't know even remember what it was at this point. But I guess I had made a video. Something, oh, I remember. I was on my React show and someone had submitted a video for me to watch and react to. And it was a VTuber playing Street Fighter 6. And I was trying to watch it and I was trying to enjoy it. But then the VTuber's voice was so gratingly high-pitched and annoying, it was legit giving me a headache. So I said, I'm sorry, guys, I need to stop reacting to this because I'm actually getting a headache. Let's move on. It has nothing to do with the content. I can't say it's too high-pitched. And then my detractors turned that into, Phil hates all VTubers. And then this FGC guy saw the video and says, why are you making fun of VTubers playing Street Fighter 6? Don't you understand that that's good for the community? I thought that you were trying to build bridges, Phil. I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you like retarded or something? Like, did you actually watch the clip in context? Or are you just stupid? And the answer is, I hate to say it, the common person is just really stupid. Like, they don't take the 5 extra minutes to research what actually happened. Like, they just believe everything. So the guy actually just believed that everything that these people say is true and that I, like, hate all VTubers and shit. When does that ever happen? When have I ever said that? When have I ever even cared about what VTubers do or say? I don't, right? Like, but they believed it. So after that, I was like, well, you know, I guess that's that. That's that bridge burned. I'm tired of chasing this person. I can't make the person not be stupid and just believe everything and be a gullible dunce.
Then during the react, something huge happened. Iron Chef Sakai, the pay pig, was in Kick Chat, and DSP noticed a lot of troll names. And he yelled at Iron Chef Sakai to do his job, or else he's gonna unmod him and potentially ban him. And then Iron Chef Sakai struck back at DSP, and this is where the craziness started.
Iron Chef Sakai, would you like me to demod you and get you out of here? I mean, if you're gonna sit here talking shit in the chat, I mean, do you really think that that's something that I need for my chat right now? For people on Kick? Do you really believe that that's like a positive thing to be doing? Because it's pretty obvious that you don't want to be here. Literally every stream you're complaining. You're in there being toxic. People don't need you around doing that shit. So should I just demod you and take you out now? Or are you going to actually, like, cut the shit? It's the holiday season. You're acting like an idiot. Like, what is your problem? Can I continue with my work now? Can I do my job? Or do you have to act like a 5-year-old? Like, really? I want to know what's going on that you're doing this publicly and acting like a jerk. Like, listen, if you guys don't believe me, and you're wondering what he's saying, just so everyone knows, because I know I have people on YouTube that aren't in the kick chat, here's what Iron Chef Sakai just said. He says, you ready? I could tip this man $1,000. He wouldn't give a fuck. He'd be like, now can we hit the $1,500 goal? So if you have a problem with me, why are you my moderator? Why are you in the chat? Why are you saying toxic things? You're the one who's making the bad environment for the community right now. You're also in there complaining constantly, oh, I don't like React content. Oh, I don't like political content. Oh, I don't like the game he's playing. So leave. You understand you're an adult. You have freedom to do whatever you want. Really, you understand that, right? You don't have to be on someone's stream and watch content you don't like. Sitting around whining and fucking complaining about it is immature, and it just brings down the whole community. So if you don't want to be here, leave. Get it? This is not like rocket science. Really, it's not. It doesn't take high levels of human intelligence and comprehension to understand. If you don't like content, don't stick around for it. You know who I am. You know the content I make. I announced for ages I was going to do this long form React. If you don't like it, why are you here? If you don't like me, why are you supporting me? Can you explain? Can anyone explain this kind of weirdo behavior? Listen, I'm going to go live and talk insane shit about you if you try anything. What are you talking about? I swear, is it just me, or do some of the most unhinged people on the internet tend to gravitate towards me? Right? Like, what is going on right now? I'm lost. What exactly did I do to piss off this guy at all, that now every day he's in my chat and he's saying toxic things about the content? He's bringing down the vibes of the chat. People are bringing it up to me saying, what is up with this guy? You made him a mod and now he's acting this way. I don't know. I literally don't know. I don't know what this guy's problem is. I wish I knew. I don't personally know every person. That's the thing. So I try to be nice. You know, it's the holiday season. I'm like, maybe just this guy's stressed out, right? Maybe there's something going on personally. Who knows, right? Iron Chef Sakai says, do a poll. Ask the people if they want to watch this shit about little kids and pedos. Iron Chef Sakai, if they don't want to watch it, they don't have to be here, right? I've got pretty decent viewership. On Kick, we got about the usual 50 viewers we get. On YouTube, I've got between 250 to 300 viewers, which is decent. Some games I get more, some games I get less than that. This is more viewership than I've had for a few different things that I've done this week. So obviously there's desire for it. Interesting to me. I'm actually enjoying learning about this guy who I knew nothing about. So why are you here to derail the stream? Right? Like, and by the way, you can tell I'm just being chill. Like, I'm not even upset. I just don't understand. I just don't get it. I need an explanation of why people behave like this. Right? So Iron Chef Sakai, are you just trying to get attention for yourself? Is that what it is? Like, you're bored and you want attention? That you're acting like this? Because, again, normal people, okay, this person's not doing something that I like. I just won't go to that stream. Right? Or, well, I don't like this person anymore. Right? So I think what we'll do, you know, I'll tell him I don't want to mod for him anymore. I'm not going to contribute to him anymore. I'm going to move on. Right? Yeah, but Rare Tricks, you understand the reason I said that to him is because he's literally a mod and he's not doing his job. Someone right next to his statement, so you know he's active in the chat, is spamming the name of my ex-girlfriend, is saying insulting things, and he's ignoring it. He's not moderating. Instead, he's sitting here saying, wow, I don't like this. I don't like this stream. I don't like this content. So why are you here? Why? I mean, I want an answer. Why would you be here for content you don't like? He says, I could care less. I came for the video games, not bullshit drama you say isn't drama, but it is drama. This is the first React content I have done in months. I haven't done a long-form React since August. I haven't done any kind of drama content consistently at all. And by the way, you sit around during most of my gameplay streams and complain about those too. I'm not making it up. Like, this is true. Like, what are you talking about? Again, there's no justification for the way you're behaving. You're a moderator. All right? So you can either say, okay, I get it. If I don't like the content you're making right now, I'm not going to come to that stream because it bothers me too much and I just sit there and I'm toxic in the chat. So I'll stop coming to those streams, okay? And I'm not going to sit here and say insulting things about Phil. Like he doesn't care if people contribute. Of course I do. It's my living. I'm so grateful for the insane amount of positivity I've had thrown my way there. Why would you say that except you're being a toxic jerk? He goes, oh, I've pulled you through so many streams. I'm not going to back down. So now you're saying, I just want to get this straight. This is all unfolding publicly. So now you're saying that because you contributed financially to me, that you can do whatever you want. That's what you literally just said. I contributed to you. I don't get it. I can't just be toxic and I can't derail your streams and I can't complain about every piece of content that you make. No, you can't. Being a contributor doesn't make you above the rules. Everyone still needs to enjoy the content, and if you're the reason that you're bringing it down and adding toxicity to it, you need to be called out. Exactly, Ponage 101. He goes, what the fuck's going on? This is supposed to be a React stream. I know. And I literally can't even do my work because this guy is derailing everything and being toxic and negative, right? I just don't get it. I'm lost. Can anyone make any sense of this? Like, what am I supposed to do? You have someone who's a contributor who wanted to be a moderator. I made him a moderator, and it seems like ever since I did, all they do is complain about my content. They're sitting here complaining nonstop. Then they say, oh, I don't appreciate contributions. Can I work? Can I do my work, please? Or is this your personal gripes room, right? And then he even says to me, well, go ahead if you want to ban me, ban me. Like, you understand? All I want is logic, and you're not presenting any. Instead, you're saying, well, I contributed, so I should be able to do whatever I want. Ban me if you want. Why does this have to do with you? Right? Well, first off, I'm absolutely demodding you because you're not modding. You're sitting there. People are literally in the chat. All right. Basically saying my ex-girlfriend's name and shit, and you're doing nothing about it. So obviously I don't want you as a moderator, but why would I want you as a moderator in my chat if you're just going to sit there and ignore shit because you're complaining and having personal gripes about the content or whatever? You know. And by the way, now I'm stuck, and now I can't even see the chat because I clicked on your name, and now it doesn't even, I can't even move. Wow, Kick sucks in this regard. All right. Basically saying my ex-girlfriend's name and shit, and you're doing nothing about it. So obviously I don't want you as a moderator, but why would I want you as a moderator in my chat if you're just going to sit there and ignore shit because you're complaining and having personal gripes about the content or whatever? You know. And by the way, now I'm stuck, and now I can't even see the chat because I clicked on your name, and now it doesn't even, I can't even move. Wow, Kick sucks in this regard. Like, I can't even go back. So now I have to reopen the chat in another tab. Isn't it great that we're losing all this time for content because Iron Chef Sakai had to make the entire thing about himself? Right? Listen, he's still going. Why does a Metokur doc have anything to do with you? Because I'm reacting to it. When you react to content, you're supposed to be adding commentary, criticism, personal insights, and find a way to relate it to you. That's the interesting part. When you comment on something, you make it in relation to you. That's why people watch your react to it. I want to watch DSP watch the documentary because he's going to have things to add from his perspective or compare it to something he's been through, and that's interesting. How do you not get that? I don't, like, seriously. What is with your brain, dude? I don't even know how to fucking unmod someone. I don't even know how you do it. Yeah, I don't even know. I can't even do it. It's just invalid. No matter what I try, it's all invalid commands. What the hell is the fucking command to demod someone on Kick? Because at the very least, I'm not going to have you have moderator powers if you're not going to use them for the right reasons, and you're going to sit here and you're going to derail my content. Because it just misrepresents me. I'm sorry. I'm in the dashboard. I don't know where the commands are in dashboard. I have no idea how to find it. Unmount in your chat window. I did that. It doesn't work. Navigate to the community section. Okay. Ah, thank you. There it is. Okay. Thank you for that, because I had no idea where the hell it was. Okay, now I know how to do that for the future. Again, first time I had to do that on Kick. I don't know why this guy's acting like this. No, Iron Chef Sakai, you see, that's the thing. I'm going to make it about you, because you did. You're the one who acted like this in chat. You're the one who was toxic. You're the one who brought down my content. You're the one who derailed it. So now I'll make it all about you, because that's what you wanted, right? It's obvious. You've been in the chat for days complaining about every piece of content I put out. So I'll make it all about you because that's what you wanted. That's obviously what you were going for. So now you've got your time in the sun. How does it feel? That's the question. How does it feel to have the spotlight on you, which is what you wanted all along, right? Because now I think you're realizing, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have done this, right? Now let me see if I can get the chat open again. Okay. All right. So, now for the record, Iron Chef Sakai is demodded on Kick, and if he continues to act the way he's acting, he's gonna catch a fucking ban like anyone else would. All right? All right, get the fuck out. Now you're just full of shit. Like, what a fucking loser. He says, oh, you played Coin Game just to make me contribute. Go fuck yourself. No, really. I want you to do me a personal favor. I want you to go fuck yourself in the ass. You're a fucking loser. You're unhinged. You're fucking out of your mind. Yes, I specifically played a game just for you to make you contribute. You're insane. Get the fuck out of my community. What a fucking weirdo. Now do yourself a favor. Go make a series of unhinged, deranged videos and streams about me, about how I'm a horrible person and a horrible content creator, and I really screwed you over. Go ahead and do it. I dare you. Because that's what they all do. Go be the next one. Go be the next unhinged loser that no one's gonna miss, okay? Go be the next Bathtub Ross. Go for it. Or, you know, I mean, wow, that was amazing. That really added to the stream and the content, and you really proved a point, didn't you? What a weirdo. Okay, now can we get back on topic, please? I had about half an hour left to go before the food arrived, and now we got completely derailed by this fucking nut job. Like, what the hell, dude?
Then Iron Chef Sakai decided to do his own stream where he would talk about Phil. It was pretty much a nothing burger. But he did say that he gave Phil thousands of dollars because he wanted to get into his Discord so he could leak it. Absolutely pathetic that you gave him thousands of dollars in the first place. Then this is what Iron Chef Sakai put in chat that set Phil off. You're the one that played Coin Game just for me, and basically made me contribute when you said you would never do that to your audience. Then we have Dickstroke and Phil Vlogs. So now we've had number 3 and number 4 excommunicated from the chill community over on DSP Gaming. Which kick whale dent is next? And as you can see at the top, Dank Sneed Pimp is Dark Side Pimp, who's MIA. Rend, ever since he became mod, has been MIA. Void, we know what happened with him. And Iron Chef Sakai just happened there. So after those 4, you got Perry the White. Then of course, DSP has to play the victim, where he talked about Iron Chef Sakai bullying him. Even though he was spending money on him, thousands and thousands of dollars, but Phil is the victim. And of course, Duty Streams, the Dent Whisperer, sends out this message: Iron Chef Sakai, DM me bro. Then word got back to DSP about Iron Chef Sakai talking about wanting to get into Discord so we can leak it, and this was Phil's response.
He insists it was. Here's what he said. Are you ready? Iron Chef Sakai says the whole reason he ever supported me was because he wanted to get into my Discord and leak the Discord to the detractors. He actually said that. Well, guess what? He never got in my Discord. He didn't leak anything. There also wouldn't be anything to leak because people have leaked stuff from the secret Discord before, and there's never anything in it.
Then we see on Kick, Iron Chef Sakai, 206 viewers, DSP Gaming Real, 83 viewers. Now, PWOP put this out. Reminder, this was Iron Chef Sakai's reaction to DERICH being banned. And we have Iron Chef Sakai in chat. If you're gonna be moral about it, just let him lurk. Honestly, all he does is spam on here. Is that so bad? He's become a mascot of Phil's stream, honestly. Then we get to the most disgusting part of the week. DSP tries it, where he finally got his Popeyes. And he tried the Ghost Pepper Burger. Then we have Banana Jones, who points out that the Ghost Pepper Burger is not that much spicier than the chicken burger. Then apparently DSP thinks ceramic plates are heavy. Then look at this image, absolutely disgusting. The banana, dude can't even take normal bites. He has to tear tiny pieces off like a wild animal. Then we have this here, he finally left, pathetically.
All right, any last minute stuff to talk about, guys, or shall we wrap it up? We're good? Okay. Ugh, I'm telling you, look. Ugh. I'm tuckered. Ugh. All right. I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Everyone have a good night. I still gotta do the daily wrap and upload and everything, so. All right. Everyone have a good night, and I'll see you in the morning, okay? All right, peace out, everybody.
Then DSP did his daily wrap, and it's him complaining, so much work, nobody's supporting, attendance is low, blah, blah, blah.
But it's because there were like 2 people who did really big contributions, so we hit the goal. The second stream, when I started it up to finish it, literally, I don't think I beat 130 viewers. I'm serious. It was one of my lowest attended streams I've ever done. The chat was not very engaging. I would say the Kick chat was interested. The YouTube chat was nearly dead. People just were not interested in this anymore. Okay? So, I don't know what else to say. You know, I did the best I could. It was 3 parts. And then what I did is I stuck around for an extra hour to kind of hang out with the audience. And we talked all about a few interesting topics, including the fact that I'm not doing drama content anymore, why, how some people see this as a squandered opportunity, but I felt like it was more like sticking to my guns of the kind of content I want to make and not abandoning my fans of 16 years who were getting upset because I was doing so much drama content. Topics like that, topics like how, sadly, I probably would have had more opportunity to do more, but a lot of people kind of pussied out. Like all these people who talk shit about me over the years, now I'm available to talk to them, and they all just didn't want anything to do with me, which is hilarious. You'll bring me up when you can get personal gain, when it's an easy thing to do. But when Phil's gonna stick up for himself, you run away like a coward, right? So, We talked about all these various different topics, and then ended the show. That stream, the night stream, I think I raised $30. So overall, first stream being great, second stream being abysmally bad, it was still not a bad day. But, I mean, that second stream essentially told me that no one really cared about this project, which is a shame. Like, I was excited for it. I was hoping people would get excited for long-form reacting again, and then we start, brainstorming, like, what do you do next? I don't even know at this point. Like, it didn't seem like there was much interest. So, I do have some suggestions from members of the channel that I can review and see what they have to say and see if their suggestions are pertinent and things that I want to do. I'd like to get more information and more suggestions from the viewers as well. Probably tomorrow we'll talk about this on the podcast a bit. But for the most part, yeah, it was pretty disappointing. I was hoping to put out a piece of content that everyone liked. By the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people thought it was boring. In addition, as you can hear, since I talked all day, my throat is shot. Like, I'm losing my voice, and I'm hoping now that I can recover it overnight. The last thing I want is now I can't finish my streaming week because I had an all-day react, and now my throat is shot. So, as soon as I finish recording this video, I'm going to stop talking and try to relax my voice, okay? All right.
And that brings us to Thursday. And how does DSP open the pre-stream? Pre-begging for $100 a shot on Monday, which is his marathon, and money for food. Never change, Phil. Never change. So remember when Phil started saying he lost weight because he started eating healthy and he ran on his treadmill? Now he has retconned that to saying it's now due to skipping snacks at night before bed. Even though in the past he said he's had midnight burgers with Kat. Remember he went on a rant because they wouldn't deliver even though it was down the street, which at that point, just go get the burgers yourself. Then comes Josh. He's pretending like he fasts because sometimes he doesn't have a snack, aka sandwich, before bed. Therefore, while he sleeps, that counts as fasting until he eats again at breakfast. Then we saw DSP get his Popeyes, finally. So now he's on to the next thing. First he was looking at pizza with a twist, Indian food on pizza. Then he was looking at Taco Bell for the new nuggets, which he yelled at people, why would you want me to eat these? And then looking at other things on the Taco Bell website. And he wants $1,050 minimum by Monday. It looks like Mr. Metokur is planning on streaming before the end of the year. And you know, DSP is seething and crying right now. Then DSP went on to say, if he doesn't have breakfast, he feels tired and has low blood sugar, which as Otter points out, is a sign of type 1 diabetes. Then we have Dumpy Koala. DSP Gaming is officially done talking about drama.
I'm not saying that I don't want to do reacting. In fact, I do. But what I want to do now, I'm almost kind of glad that we did it. And here's why. Right now, things are still going good. You know, streams are going well. Support is good. It's okay to have a dud of a day like that. Because now, we tested the waters. We saw, okay, it doesn't really work. Instead of worrying about that moving forward, let's redouble our efforts to do other kinds of reacting. But what should it be? That's what we got to figure out. We got to figure out what exactly is it that you guys are interested in seeing me react to. And already some of the members that stayed on DSP Reacts have suggested some interesting information, interesting suggestions there. And I want to look at them and review them. We have a while because now we just did that react. Likely the next react that I would be looking to do would be in mid to late January. So we have some time to look at things and determine what it should be. And I think it'll be interesting if we can find topics that you feel that I can add to or that I should know about. You know what I mean? Like, let's figure that out. And we will begin now to talk about that stuff over the next several weeks into January. Since I have data. If you are a member on DSP Reacts, please, by all means, you know, the thread is there where you can submit suggestions. And I'd love that because, you know, your feedback is key. And I'm going to get feedback here from people on the podcast and stuff like that. I guess we'll see. Okay? I guess we'll see how it goes. But I don't want to give up on reacting altogether because of one day that was kind of a dud where attendance was low. People weren't really interested. I mean, to be honest, the first stream we did hit the goal, which is why, as you can see, we've hit goals hit 13. But it was because a couple people came in and were like, hey, so FYI, we're from, you know, Kino Casino and we like your stuff and we just wanted to support you today. So I was like, that's great. But I mean, that could have happened on any day. You know, I don't think it was directly related to the react or anything like that. It was just people being nice and generous for the holidays. So You know, the late stream, we had less than 200 viewers. I think it was like 130 viewers. I'm not kidding. And made 30 bucks. So the late stream was an utter disaster, right? Like, no one really cared about the finale of the React. So, let's figure it out. But FYI, for now, for the foreseeable future, I'm focusing on games and gameplay. I'm focusing on my holiday event next week, the Christmas Marathon. And then the year-end stuff, meaning my Game of the Year countdown, my disappointing Games of the Year countdown, which will probably be the first week of January-ish. We'll see. And then we're going to start focusing on all the new games of the next year, and then we'll figure out the next React, okay? So FYI, that's the deal. So don't freak out, because some people are like, oh my god. Of course, my detractors having their insane parties yet again. I swear, for my detractors, they just think like every day's a party. Like every possible day. Oh my god, so Phil didn't have good attendance, and his second stream was, really slow and had no support. The Renaissance is over. No one likes Phil. You couldn't be any more slow. You really couldn't be, It's just, to be honest, I'm happy it's all over with, because the whole thing of, oh, will Metokur appear on Phil's show? What will happen during the... I don't care at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to play games and chill with you guys. So now we're back to kind of more holiday-themed normalcy, and I'm happy to be back. Okay.
Then DSP goes on to say he could be a drama person, but he's too good of a person because he was raised Roman Catholic. Which I have a question for you, Phil. If you're such a good Roman Catholic, why are you never at church, Phil? Then again, if you were at church, you'd probably steal from the collection plate. I saw that. Lucero has the evidence.
Like, here's the thing. I totally could run for the money and become a freaking drama dude, And quite frankly, a few people have said, you're good at it. Just a few times you've done it, you were good at it, you were entertaining, you should do that. But there's a million people doing it. It's not what I want to do. Like, I don't find pleasure in degrading or bringing down others for personal gain. I don't. Now, here's the difference. If someone deserves it, if there's someone who really is a vile human who has been nasty over the years and they deserve a comeuppance, that's different, you see? But for me, I don't just want to be sitting around ragging on people all day. It's not in my blood. I think maybe I'm just too good of a person. I was raised different. I was raised, as a Catholic, and I don't get pleasure sitting around making fun of someone all day like maybe others do, So, anyway, yeah, so that's that. For now, we're moving on.
And then shorts didn't work, long form content didn't work, React content didn't work. Now he's telling his audience, tell me what to do. What do I put on that channel? Phil, the whole thing too is, you're the owner, you run the channel, this is your business. You should decide what goes on that channel. Everything is your choice, not your audience. But then again, when something goes bad, it's the audience's fault because they told you to do that. You did nothing wrong, you did everything correct. Then DSP revealed his plans for Christmas with Kat. Making breakfast, making dinner, watching Christmas movies. What a great day. Then DSP officially announces DSP Tries It Liquor Edition. What a great idea from the quote-unquote recovered alcoholic.
But then there's going to be other milestones, okay? Perhaps when we hit 30, we forego doing a DSP Tries It, and we do something different. But what? We could do liquor. People have tossed around the idea of a liquor DSP Tries It, where you guys recommend liquor for me to try, and I get something of that. It might not necessarily be the right brand, because they don't always have the same brands at different liquor stores, but maybe I get a certain kind of liquor, and at night, at the end of a late stream, we do a DSP Tries It where I taste test some liquor, and I tell you what I think about it. Okay, that could be funny, or fun, I feel. Something like that, okay? Now, keep in mind, we already talked about when I hit 50, which will happen eventually. We're going to do a big reward, whether that's a special themed marathon that you guys vote on, whether it's like a Rage-a-thon or an Indies event or something like that, or we can do the Return of Viewer's Choice, where you guys nominate and vote on a particular game, and that game becomes like 2 or 3 streams, and based on those streams, we decide if I want to do a full playthrough of the game or not. Okay, we haven't done anything like that in a very long time. So that's what I'm thinking. Like, every 10 we do a reward. It could be DSP Tries It of food, but if we're getting tired of that, we can do a DSP Tries It of another kind. We just got to figure out what it has to be. And then at 50, we do kind of a special milestone. And of course, we all know that at 100, it's going to be the Stellar Blade playthrough. There you go. Okay.
A new phrase that DSP has latched onto has been factual untruths, or aka lion. Then DSP goes on to say he didn't have a lot as a kid, then said he had an allowance, which he spent it all on arcade games. Then people bought him games and stuff. Then his parents would rent him a game every Friday. And all that was said directly after saying he was a kid who grew up not having money. Then we have DSP as the human Sonic Chew medallion, and we see Jordan, King Be Cool, Void, and Iron Chef Sakai being visited by Duty Death. Then DSP said he's gonna stick the game in, he's not gonna do drama stuff anymore, so the very first thing he does is react to a Superman movie trailer, which got him a warning on his stream that copyright material has been detected, then went on a rant about how YouTube is stupid. And basically when he watched the trailer was, what? What was that? Who is that? I missed something. Who's that? Every 2 freaking seconds. Then 20 minutes later, someone asked him if he's gonna see the Superman movie, and he says he will not watch the movie. Why watch the trailer then, Phil? Why watch the trailer? Then during the YouTube reactive Superman trailer, DSP asked the very important question. How do you rewind a frame? 17 years, content creator on YouTube. Just saying. Then DSP goes on to say that people with tattoos are not courageous. Then goes on to define what he defines as courageous.
Oh, like one thing, I actually heard like someone's like, oh, someone with a bunch of tattoos, it shows that they're courageous because they could take it. It's like, what? Courageous? They were in a closed, protected environment where they actively paid someone to stab them with a needle and inject paint into their skin. That's not courage. You know, courage is, I went and I enlisted. And I did 2 tours of duty and you know, stood up for people and the rights of my country, and I protected, you know, the world. That's courage. Or, you know, I ran into a burning building to save people. That's courage. Okay? Courage is not, I went to the tattoo parlor and got a fucking tattoo. People don't know the meaning of the word apparently anymore. Then DSP went on a rant about Wonder Woman. And he says Wonder Woman needs to be a real woman to play them, not a stick figure model like the last one. Says Wonder Woman should be muscular and burly. Someone says he is wrong, and DSP says you probably never saw a real woman, and you're used to stick figure models. And of course, somebody had to do it. We got Fat Cat Wonder Woman here. But let's be honest about this, we all know what Phil's version of the perfect Wonder Woman looks like. And it's Hulk Hogan, dude. What you gonna do, brother, when Wonder Woman runs wild on you, sisters? Then DSP went on this huge rant about not taking risk, and he's not gonna bungee jump or do anything like that because it's too risky. Then starts talking about Christopher Reeves and his horseback riding accident, and asks, is it really worth it? Then goes on to say that people should only ride horses if they live on a ranch. So I get it, like horse riding is fun for a lot of people, but you can easily fall off the horse and you get seriously hurt. Like, is it really worth it? In the modern day, is there really a reason to ride a horse? Then DSP gets asked to do DSP Dyes It, where he dyes his mustache, his hair, you know, the things he said he never would do. Then again, there's a lot of stuff he said he would never do that he's now doing. A $3 tip. So how much donation gold to do DSP Dyes It then? Now here's the question, what are you talking about? Dyeing my mustache? What do you mean? Do you mean dyeing my mustache darker? Do you mean dyeing it a completely different color? I'm not sure what you mean. Hold on a second. Let's take a closer look. Everyone ready for this? Hold on. So this is my mustache. It's got a lot of white. It's actually funny, when you look at it zoomed out, you don't really notice it that much. But when you zoom in, you can see all the white in my beard and my mustache, correct? So, are you saying you want me to dye it darker? Like you want me to get like black hair dye and dye my beard? Like, I don't see the point. I don't really care. Does it bother you that much? If it doesn't bother me, and it doesn't bother my wife, I don't understand why it would bother anyone in the audience, right? It's kind of weird. We can switch back to the 1080p webcam. I've been on the 1080p webcam for the week. I only used the 4K webcam twice last week. People complained, so I went back to the 1080p. Can't you tell it's 60 frames? Anyway, okay. Archie's another $2 tip. Green. Just throw a number out there. Someone wants me to dye my mustache green. I don't think I want to do that. I mean, I actually have a job where I could dye however I want, because it doesn't matter how I look. And also, I live in a state where literally I could do whatever I want with my appearance and no one would question it. Like right now, I'm not kidding you. I could shave only half of my head, tattoo it with a bunch of weird unicorns and rainbows, okay? Take the other half of my head and spike it up like a mohawk and dye it polka dots, okay? I could shave half my mustache and the other half I could dye pink. I could take a giant stud piercing and shove it through my nose like a bone, okay? I could take a chain and I could take earrings and hang the chain from my earrings, have it dangle down to my pierced nipples, all right? And then have the chain go down to my balls. I could go outside and walk around like that and no one would ask me anything. Everyone would just be like, that's normal. Because I live in Seattle. In this area, this is the weirdest people with the weirdest appearances. They think that it gives them unique identity to do weird shit to their bodies. I've already spoken on this. Like, someone asked me, what's your opinion on tattoos? I don't mind tattoos. I don't personally want one. But I do find it odd. People who feel like they want to completely tattoo their whole bodies and then that becomes their entire, like, existence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get it. You can do body modifications. No one cares. Do it for yourself or whatever, but no one gives a fuck. It doesn't make you interesting. In fact, I feel like the most boring people are the people that would do that. Because it's the only way that they feel like they're going to get noticed. Because otherwise, they're boring as dirt. Right? So whenever you see someone walking down the street with the weird hair and the fucking face is tattooed and glowing fucking, you know, implants in their skin and fucking studs coming out, I'm like, fucking boring person. Walk by and ignore them. So, yeah, I don't really think that dyeing my mustache, I'm going to care too much about it. Aditya Anand.
Then Delusional Side Phil came out. DSP says he has up to 4,000 unique viewers on his stream. It's just that his usual 300 and under is just concurrent viewers, so it doesn't seem that way. Sure Phil, whatever you say. Then we have Jesus Has Guns, who has a very important question. So who does DSP have left? Kino handed him the world, and he ended up losing more than he started with. Mods, whales, convictions, and DERICH, all gone. Then went on to say that before he did a face reveal, people thought he was a skinny nerd because his voice didn't match his body. 100% X to doubt. Then DSP said he's gonna have a spiral ham for Christmas. It's possible that his parents also bought this for his Christmas dinner, just like they bought his Thanksgiving dinner. Then we see the DSP podcast audit for the 19th. Look at that, Q&A, Superman trailer reaction, bagging / goals hit, shoutouts, wage quit drama, schedule, trash and tattoos, intro, trash and stream, daily rap recap, getting out of the chair and playing with RGBs. Of course, RGBs have to be there. It's part of his brand now, dude. Then we have a classic moment in Call of Duty from DSP. Professional gamer, DSP doesn't understand why he got killed here. Look at that icon on the right. Remember that icon.
Look. Someone coming. It ain't working. We lost the advantage.
Right.
Then DSP does a bag, goes to see Cat, and comes back with this classic. Remember, Phil doesn't bag people. Remember, there's no pressure, dudes.
Alright, so nothing, seriously. I got my first chopper gunner ever. And no one even gave a single sub. Wow. I'm just double checking that, but it certainly looks like that's the case. Wow. Alright, whatever. Well, I'll finish the stream. I guess you guys don't care about Call of Duty. I got a freaking chopper gunner, the best I've ever done, and no one cares. Great.
Listen to how much douchebaggery is right there. You guys didn't give me a reward for doing something in the game that's part of my business that I'm expected to do? How dare you? Then remember when he first started and wages were a thing that he was going to do. He was so excited. He was going to make so much money on them. Well, now he's refusing to do them, claiming no one is sincere with them.
Someone sent me $1.25 with a wager, but I don't believe the wagers because half the people who do them lie, so... Appreciate the $1.25 tip, but I'm not going to be trying to do any wagers. All I'm going to try to do is the challenges right now.
Then DSP, yet another bag, less than 5 minutes later. You need to support as he got a chopper gunner. All the classic lines coming out. Last chance, food rewards, you wanted these rewards, etc. Then he kept going on about his chopper gunner and how it's a huge accomplishment and people should reward him for that. And guys, we're coming to the end of the stream. Last chance, dude. Reward me for the chopper gunner, dude.
Alright. Guys, last chance to support the stream today. If you could, I would greatly appreciate it. Last match is coming up. Come on, support my best Call of Duty stream ever. Let's do it. Let's hit this goal. Last chance. Again, tons of incentives over on Kick to gift subs today. Tons.
And yet again, getting more desperate, he is now offering 2 badges for $100. Because before, it was 1 badge if you gifted 20 Kick memberships. But now, for $100, you get 2 badges, dude.
So yes, if anyone is interested on Kick, like I said, 20 subs, you get both. You get both the VIP and the OG badge. If you do that, that would help out a lot. That would hit our goal right away, which would be great. So yes, for 10 gifted subs on Kick, I will do a VIP badge. That will get us to our goal for today. We'll be like $4 short, which I'm sure we'll make. Or for 20 gifted subs, I will give you both the VIP and the OG badges. Let's do it. Let's make a deal. Come on, let's hit that goal. Come on, guys, over on Kick. Let's go. Let's get some support over there, man. Who wants a VIP badge? Who wants an OG badge? Come on. On YouTube, let's get something going. For Chopper freaking Gunner. Come on. Now, we want to hit 20 to do a DSP Tries It next week, hopefully on the Christmas Marathon. All right? So please, support the stream. I mean, I got a Chopper Gunner today. First time ever. Please support that. All right? Here we go. And remember, the offers that I have made over on Kick. If someone gives 10 subs, you get the VIP badge. If you give 20 subs, I'll give you the OG badge and the VIP badge. Today's the big discount day because I want to hit this goal. Okay?
Then DSP, you should really use your glasses because you can't see for shit in these games. As Dragon's gonna point out, my god, one of the worst performances I've ever seen from DSP in any game.
I can go prone on this bed, look. You can hang out on the bed. What happened there? I was dead as they were climbing in the window. I was already dead. What? You're not even in the room yet. How are you shooting me?
Of course, in these games, DSP refuses to help his teammates. He blames them for everything. But when he gets knocked down, it's their fault. They don't help him.
Right. Aren't they all getting a signal to help me and none of them care, huh? How nice.
Then, unfortunately, DSP did not make his goal. So we're gonna add another one to the streams DSP did not make it. Sad, sad, sad. But you know what happens when he has one slow stream. On the next stream, he gets wailed out, and that happened yet again. Again, a pattern. DSP starts the second stream saying that he had to eat a frozen pizza for dinner. Then he got wailed out by one person trying to get clout off his name because he has a gaming channel. And then right away, after getting $300+, he said, it'd be nice if we can get the triple goal going, dudes. Of course, this is the person here that decided to gift all the subs on Kick. And look at that. He's a variety gamer. I wonder who else calls himself a variety gamer, dudes. And he also calls himself the Dark Lord. And look at those numbers. Absolutely pathetic. You pay DSP money so you can boost your attendance. But trust me, interacting with DSP does not have the effect on your channel as you think it will. Then DSP beat Bloodborne, so guess what guys, an hour of hanging out. Then DSP's weird obsession with RGBs takes a whole other level, so on Steam's front page, it has an image of a girl's bedroom with RGB lighting, and guess who matches it? It's DSP, so he decides to dance to it as well.
Okay, ready? Now look, now watch this. Now I match it. matching the background that I'm seeing on my screen. That's amazing. All right.
Then remember when he says, I don't watch the detractor stuff. People send me stuff. They tell me about it. So now DSP is claiming that the detractors themselves send DSP their videos to watch. They even email him about it. Then someone pointed out that he's at over $400, which came from mostly one person. And then someone pointed out the restreamers have 3 times the viewers than Phil. And Phil says, so what if they have 3 times my viewers? I got 3 times the amount of money I wanted donated to me as a minimum tonight. But remember, he doesn't play games for money, dude.
Inbox, tell people to send it to me. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. They're so starved for fucking attention that they actually think that people care about their shit. All their videos mean nothing. Oh, they restreamed you and got a... I don't watch troll content. I'm not kidding you. The trolls are so desperate for attention, they send me their content. They do. They'll actually like write me emails. They'll fucking, you know, try to tweet it at me, send it to my inbox, tell people to send it to me. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. They're so starved for fucking attention that they actually think that people care about their shit. All their videos mean nothing. Oh, they restreamed you and got 1,000 viewers and you only had 300. Yes, and I tripled my goals and I had a great time with my audience. I don't give a fuck about what those losers do.
Then, as proof that nothing is never enough for Philip Burnell, he hits 200. Come on guys, let's do 300. Hits 300. Okay guys, let's hit 400. Hits 400. Okay guys, let's do 450. Absolutely disgusting. And you know, as soon as he gets that, it goes into Jin, DoorDash, or WWE Champions. And that brings us to Friday. Let's see how his week ended. We start off with a dumb quote from DSP. DSP believes his coolant in his PC will have to be replaced because all liquids naturally will evaporate over time and become a chemical in the air. Valedictorian, people. Valedictorian. So DSP was bragging about how he finally upgraded from Windows 10 to 11. He finally figured it out. Talking about how he originally clicked deny on upgrading from Windows 10 to 11 when he was asked by the computer, then complained it never came back and he had to go to a third-party website to upgrade. He talked about how people at Microsoft are not street smart, they're book smart. Then someone asked DSP, why do you take the smallest thing and blow it up like it's the biggest hurdle in the world? And this is DSP's response.
Evoker says, why do you blow up the smallest things so they seem like an astronomical task? Evoker, maybe one day you'll actually operate a business like this one, and you'll understand that it's all about consistency and having everything work and not have to do insane amounts of setup and reset up and this kind of shit every day. That's my problem. I literally just took the time. I did the whole upgrade to Windows 11. I sat here in a browser and had to generate the chat for this service, the chat for this service, my email, this leaderboard. I had to log into various services to do it, which is a pain in the ass. I had to resize. I had to get everything good. It takes a while. This is not, oh, I snapped my fingers. It took like half an hour, 45 minutes to get everything set up. Now you're telling me I wasted my time because I have to restart the PC again, and now I'm going to lose all of that overnight, and I got to set it all up again tomorrow.
As usual, DSP, a lot of the stuff he says is BS. He had to generate the chats? No, you had to open up a browser window. Oh my god, what a huge task, DSP. You had to open up a task. And he says it takes a lot of time to do that. No, it takes a lot of time for you to do that, not anyone else. Then apparently DSP went to YouTube about the Argentina memberships. And they said, I don't know what you're talking about, and they were very rude to DSP. According to DSP. Then people noticed, yet again, he's wearing a Chris Chan shirt. And DSP didn't like that. He went on a rant. It's not a Chris Chan shirt, you morons. Then he was talking about the next DSP Tries It, and people wanted the chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. And DSP said, no, I don't want to do that. We're going to do pizza with a twist. So let me get this straight, Phil. They give you money so you can try the chicken nuggets, and you say, thanks for the money, dummies. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do whatever I want. I wonder, Phil, I wonder why you're losing supporters.
The new chicken nuggets from Taco Bell. To be quite frank with you, I think the pizza idea is more interesting, but some people just can't stop wanting basic fast food. Like, no lie, as soon as I showed the nuggets, like, oh, you gotta do the nuggets from Taco Bell. You realize that they're not gonna be good, right? You know this, right? Like, you know they couldn't possibly be good. They're just gonna be pre-made frozen nuggets that they're gonna throw in a fryer and give you. There's no way they're possibly gonna taste better or any different than other nuggets. And, oh, there's tortilla chip pieces in the breading. No, there's not. No, there's not. That's just what they say to sell the piece of crap that you could buy at the grocery store right now in a bag. It's going to be the same exact thing. But I think some people just fall for it. They fall for the marketing. And so people have been asking me to do it now for 2 days. I'm like, well, we'll figure it out. But anyway, the sooner we hit 20, the better.
Then DSP's obsession with RGB lights has hit an all-time high. Because apparently, he bought an RGB lamp for the living room, and his wife loves it. She just sits there and stares at it. Then DSP decides to talk about Party City going out of business. And of course, he does it in the most DSP way possible.
I don't know if you're ready to handle this. Here's the news. Party City is going out of business. It is yet another major American corporation that at one point was insanely profitable, was insanely popular, was the place to be for something in our culture, and it's going away. I mean, now just think of all the companies recently. Toys R Us, that was a huge cultural staple, gone, right? Now they're trying to reopen it, but hasn't really had much success. They're like branding their crap out to other stores and stuff, right? Just last year, Bed Bath & Beyond, which at one point was insanely popular and prominent, making tons of money hand over fist. Department stores, the final Sears stores have finally closed. Sears is now out of business completely. Now it used to be one of the most prominent department stores in the world. And now, Party City is the next to fall victim. Party City is closing down all of its stores, ending 40 years in business. CEO Barry Litwin told corporate employees on Friday in a meeting viewed by CNN that Party City is winding down operations immediately, and that today is their last day of employment. Staff were told they will not receive severance pay, and they were told their benefits will end as the company goes out of business. However, they will receive a complimentary tube of Aspercreme to apply to their sore balls for the kick that they just got in their family jewels during the holidays. Dude, it's fucking...
Then it's really funny that we started the year with this spoon rant, and now it looks like we're gonna end the year with a DSP narcissism, out of this world, delusional rant.
To try to make someone a living joke for a decade who used to actually try to go out of their way to help people. But it's, you know, as long as everyone can laugh at this meme that they recognize, that's cool. Forget about the fact that, you know, I've been around for 16 years, I'm well informed on internet, gaming, YouTube issues. I could definitely give informed takes and things like that. No, who cares about that, right? No. Instead, we have to laugh today collectively at something like a bunch of brain-dead cows, sheep, have to have this herd-like mentality of just dunce-level intelligence. So let's just degrade DSP, even though he has stuff to say that could help people. Ignore all of it because, you know, he's a joke, right? No, fuck you. You really mouth-drooling fucking morons. Because for a greater part of a decade, you're the ones who degraded human existence and fried everyone's fucking brain cells with your idiotic, just trivial shit. It's just so trivial, nonsensical garbage. But you got your lols, you got your laughs, right? You made a buck on the internet, right? Yeah, and now we're all dumb. Now look at the fucking world, right? Look at how stupid people are on the fucking internet. Because this is what you did. You made a joke out of everything. So now here we are in the modern day, and I get approached by a scammer, all right? And I tell you guys about it. And thankfully, some people did listen. You know, I'm happy that some people listened, and hopefully this helped avoid some people having their businesses, their livelihoods, their YouTube channels messed up. I really hope it did. But if I were anywhere near as big as I used to be, and people actually took me seriously rather than, oh, it's that guy, that joke on the internet that everyone makes fun of, probably I would have helped a lot more people. Do you understand? So you got your lols for a decade, but now people have lost their livelihood. Could have helped them, but you don't care. Well, maybe in the scope of things, you're the insignificant person who doesn't matter. Did you ever think about that? Just because you got to laugh for a decade at me, you know, at my expense, right? You've fucked stuff up. You get it? Like, I could have been someone to help people with this kind of stuff. I would have liked to. I was at one point. But you just had to laugh. Well, now people have lost their livelihood, and their YouTube channels. Is it funny? Are you laughing? What if it was you? Ha! And it's your fault. You're to blame. Any of you out there who just thought, let's make Phil the butt of the joke just to get a rise today and do this meme on the internet. It's your fault. Directly. Not even indirectly. It's directly your fault. Because you thought it was okay to try to destroy someone and their public, their reputation, public opinion about them. You just thought it was funny. There was no other reason to do it. You just thought it was funny. But you didn't think big. Instead, you thought in your own little brainless mouth drooler bubble that the memes of the internet and laughing at them is more important than big picture shit. So all during this time frame when the YouTube adpocalypse was happening and I had concrete data to show what was going on, everyone ignored me. During the time frame when YouTube was cracking down on copyright issues on YouTube and everyone was having their videos content ID match and I had all the data because I had tens of thousands of videos and I could help people. People ignored me. All these times when things could have been helped out or better. But, let's have a laugh today at DSP because, he had an incident in 2016 and he plays WWE champions, right? All right? So, in truth, sorry for me, I'm about to drop a little holiday truth bomb on everyone. All right? Are you ready for this one? If I never existed, if I had never made a YouTube video, if I had never had any prominence on the internet, if I had never bothered turning on a camera, pointing it at a TV, and doing really stupid commentary, if I had never made tens of thousands of videos, all right? Here's the truth. Tons of people never would have been YouTubers. Tons of content never would have been made. People wouldn't have been inspired to do what they did. And the world would be a very different place. Okay? If I never existed, a lot of positive things never would have happened on this planet. Whether directly or indirectly as a result of my actions, my existence has actually prominently impacted the internet and life, quite frankly. All right? And I'm happy and proud of that fact, that at least my existence on the internet has had a positive impact on so many. All those people who made negative memes about me for the last decade to get a joke, to get a laugh, literally, if those people never existed, they'd have zero impact on anything. Zero. The whole mentality of this groupthink nonsense is just that. It's nonsense. Oh, jokes on for joke's sake, and it's all just jokes. Yeah, but at what expense? What did you do? You fucked with the fabric of how things worked because you wanted to have a memeable existence for 10 fucking years. You know? You guys you're out of your minds. But again, it's you look in the mirror and you don't want to acknowledge that. You sat on the internet for 10 years turning DSP into a joke. But what have you done with yourself? Right? These people who are full-time DSP detractors, who would they be without me? In a day when I decide not to turn on my camera or not to broadcast, they have nothing to do in life. They actually depend on me for them to have some kind of a meaningful existence. Get it? So, as much of a joke that you wanted to make me out to be for 10 years, but you wanted to think about what might have happened in the last 10 years if I was actually able to add to interesting topics, actually be respected for my opinions, Gamergate, all these journalistic controversies that have happened that I've been very vocal about. I don't like how journalism has handled gaming in the last 10 years, but no one listens to me, right? All these things that have come to fruition that I predicted would happen and they have. Gaming now is all so fucking milquetoast and done just for the money because people just take bags and run and get paid sponsorships and shit like that. Oh, the biggest YouTuber is Mr. Beast, the fakest motherfucker on the planet who just exploits children left and right. These are things I called out a decade ago. Get it? I did. I predicted all this would fucking happen, but everyone just wanted to laugh at DSP for a decade. Good for you. I hope you like the present. I hope you're enjoying the existence of, how everything went in culture, on the internet, all this shit. I hope you like where you are right now. All of you who are so dependent on me to get any kind of attention for yourself, I hope you like the fact that you have to be a DSP parasite for the rest of your fucking existence because you have no actual value on this planet outside of sucking blood from me. You're nothing but a mosquito, and one day you're gonna get swatted. Okay.
Then DSP made a huge discovery where he declared Windows 10 and Windows 11 are incredibly similar. Then DSP is worried that new PCs only work minimum 3 to 4 years. Get ready for the guys, I need a new PC dudes. He doesn't understand how to change the fluid in his PC. DSP doesn't understand how to change his GPU. Good God, DSP buys things and doesn't understand how to do anything. But dudes, that's what a stream chat's for, dudes, to hold your hand and give you money while you do it, dudes. Then DSP goes on to say that restreamers are absolute scum, and that if he had the money, if he won the lottery, he would sue them and win.
It's possible that people completely raw restream and rebroadcast me because YouTube doesn't take action on anything unless you have a lawsuit. So if I called a lawyer right now and I said I'm a full-time broadcaster and content creator, and there is a YouTuber who literally only 100% steals my content and re-uploads it or live rebroadcasts it somewhere with no commentary, criticism, or anything to make it transformative, it's blatant theft, I could immediately have an injunction slapped on that person, that channel. I could have it completely shut down, and I could immediately begin the process to sue them for damages for any estimation of loss of income that I would have gotten from them rebroadcasting me. So for example, let's say, for example, right now on this stream I have 300 viewers. I don't even know, I didn't look. Let's say on their stream they have 600 viewers and they're monetizing. So I can argue whatever monetization I'm making on mine, double it, and that's what they owe me legally. And I would win it in a court of law. But the problem is the US court system is so convoluted, it would take me years upon years upon years to actually sue them properly. It would take insane amounts of money, effort, and time. And I'm a content creator. I don't have time to sit around with lawyers all day, in a courtroom all day. I don't have time for it. I'm a blue-collar worker. I have to be here to earn money. I can't just say, hey guys, I'm taking a week off now to sue a detractor, and I'll be back in a week, and I have no money for the week, right? So, to me, it makes more sense to just continue to make the positive content and move forward and ignore the lawbreaker. You get it? So, essentially, it just doesn't make sense for me to do it. But, if there ever was someone who was so egregious, I have the legal right to do it whenever I want. You know? All I'll say is this: these motherfuckers better hope I never win the lotto. Because if I win the lotto, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, as if you never expected it, but it'll happen, I'm gonna have a lot of free time. And I won't care if I make money. I'll just care about getting back at those who tried to suck my blood. Get it? So you better hope I never buy a lotto ticket.
Then we see Gout DSP podcast audit for the 20th. And look at the biggest amount, Baggins / DSP is a laughingstock, almost scam update / YouTube drama, laptop Windows 11 update drama, shoutouts, Party City closing, intro, and schedule. What amazing, amazing, robust content. Then it's time we get the Stalker 2. My god, DSP is too dumb for this game. Get ready for some dumbness from DSP.
What the hell is going on? I just want to fucking put the collar in the fucking storage. Why is it so hard? Why is everything in this game so tedious and hard to fucking do? Look at the menu. I'm jumping all around like an asshole. I just want to fucking store something. How the fuck do I store this? How the fuck do I store this? Do I have to manually drag it over? No, it doesn't move. Collar's a quest item, so I can't store it. Fuck this game. Fuck this shitty game. What is this? I need this for the PTM, the handgun. But it's funny because it doesn't say I have 136 rounds. How do I store this? Look. Drop, take all. Context menu, move. How do I just move it to the other fucking thing? Why is it so annoying? How do I move this over? Press Y. This is put down. Nope. It dropped it. It's not Y. Oh my god. This is fucking hilarious how bad this shit is. It's like you're fighting. You're fighting the game to play it. This. I want to get rid of this. So what do? Can't put down. Can't take all. Context menu. Drop all or put down all. I just want to put it in the box. How the fuck do I put it in the box? X.
So he did Stalker 2, he got his goal, or did he? Apparently, JG Win realized this. He did not convert a Canadian super chat to American dollars, which means technically he did not make the goal. So we're going to put 1. We're going to put 1 into the column where he did not hit the goal for a stream. And that brings us to the night stream, Indiana Jones. And first thing DSP puts in chat, lots of tards out tonight. Then we have Gout out. Leaves first to find a hat in closet he couldn't find. Later, he goes to brush his hair. Yes, I'm serious. Gameplay still hasn't started, and we see the empty chair stream. This is a joke, and I use joke in quotes, that DSP always does. Give you a hint hint, nudge nudge, wink wink. Give me money now.
Alright. I received a $14,232 tip. Yeah, right. Alright, let's get started.
And then Dick Stroke and Phil Vlogs. DSP coming into his evening stream with 67 viewers. This is what success looks like. Then someone asked him, are you going to play the new Like a Dragon game? And DSP says he doesn't know if he'll go back to Like a Dragon series due to support. DSP said he can't keep playing it if he only gets $20 a stream. Now keep in mind, he says this every single time and he plays every single Like a Dragon game. Then look at this, in the kick chat, Trash Bag Fixes Broken Toilet, who comments about Indiana Jones. What if there's more of the Vatican though? Awesome name, awesome name. What does DSP do every time support is low? Guys, you give me money, I'll give you some badges. Come on guys, you want the badges, right?
Badge, and I'll give you an OG badge, double up, just so we can hit our goal for tonight. And they did it, and then all of a sudden, 2 more people wanted to take advantage of that. So they did, and then between them, we hit 3 goals in one night. It was amazing. So the way that the deal stands, cumulatively, if you hit 25 gifted subs, you'll get a VIP badge. The OG badge is only for certain situations. Let's say tonight, we get through half the stream, and we're not even close to hitting the goal. Maybe I'd be like, hey, I'll make some people an offer, you know? By the way, Kyle V, did you remove your badges? Because you realize you don't have any of them, right? And I didn't remove them. You should still have them. So you must have, if you actively removed them yourself, that's your call, but you're not showing them. I did not remove your badges.
Then we have Jade in chat. At DSPGAMING, I like snakes. Well, that's probably why Jade likes DSP. Then DSP, pushing those badges once again. He's only at $22, and he wants that support, dude. He needs that money. He really, really does.
What's wrong? What are you, 40 years old? Falling asleep on stream? Come on. That's right, 'tis the season. 'Tis the season to be jolly. All right. Joe Biden? That's right. I can't fall asleep on stream. I'll be like old man Joe Biden, falling asleep at the summit with a bunch of world leaders, right? Come on, man. I'm 42. All right. Come on. Let's get some support. Listen. All right. Here we go again. I'll make a deal. People keep asking. Tonight, if someone gifts 20 subs over on Kick, I will give both the VIP and the OG badge. Since we have such slow support tonight and we want to hit the goal, if I get 20, just 20 subs, and I will give you both badges tonight. I'm wheeling, I'm dealing, I'm in the spirit. Let's get it going. Let's get some support. Let's do it. OG badge up for grabs. Who's gonna get one tonight over on Kick? I don't know. We haven't had any support whatsoever on YouTube tonight. I'm serious. I'm taking a look. We had no super chats at all. We've had no memberships at all. Actually, we had one sub, right? So we've had one sub and a couple tips. That's it. What is going on? Where's your holiday spirit? All right, let's see what happens tonight.
Of course, there was one dent dumb enough to fall for this, and his name is Slayer. If JG win, amazingly, after Slayer goes crazy, he immediately DSP begs for $300. I guess DSP is milking as hard as he can before the ad revenue tanks on YouTube in the upcoming weeks while folks contend with the post-holiday money hangover. And basically what he's saying here is that in January, the ad revenue just tanks because the holidays are over, and this is DSP's last chance to milk it and get extra money out of it. But Slayer doesn't understand how this works. He puts this in the chat. At DSP Gaming, oh really? I guess that would go towards the private react for this month and next month. Which means he has a set amount every month to give to DSP, and he spent it all to get his OG kick badges. What a dumbass. So now, to be fair, we're gonna put one in the column of streams he's hit the goal. Then remember yesterday, the guy that clout chased DSP, gave him all the subs. We looked at his channel for a few seconds. Well, let's take a look at one of his videos.
Let me show you around. First of all, we have my castle. Currently, everything in the Dark Realm is frozen. There was some magic wizard that came and just completely froze everything. So eventually, we'll bring this to life. Eventually, the second part is the dungeons. You act up, you act out of line, we end up in here. Don't fuck around. To betray the cult is to betray your own family.
Then you can tell DSP has not been around real women or outside. DSP looks at a woman's hair and it's being blown by the wind. Immediately says it's vibrating like crazy. He has never seen anything like this. It's crazy. Then says her hair is like Medusa, where it looks like she has snakes in her hair. Absolute alien, never seen a real woman, never been outside. That's all I gotta say. Then after giving DSP all his money, he puts this in a kick chat. At DSP Gaming, I'm on my way to the Swedish restaurant. Go fuck yourself, Slayer. And then DSP's still begging. He wants $300. $150 is not gonna cut it. And he needs that $300 on the first stream on Sunday. He needs it so he can eat fast food worth $50 for 2 days straight.
I'm really hoping that we can hit the goals on Sunday, 2 of them. Because if we hit 2 of them on Sunday, the day stream, we'll do DSP Tries It then, and then we'll do it again the next day. If we don't, then we're just going to be doing it once on Monday, and we'll have to choose between the Taco Bell nuggets or this hybrid pizza thing, okay?
Then when the stream was done, he ran 10 minutes of slideshow, hoping for late support. Because remember, he wants $300. He was waiting for $150 after the stream ended during his slideshow. Absolutely pathetic. And that's where we're at right now. If there's any updates to let you guys know, click that like, share the video, leave a comment below, hit subscribe my other channels on the details of the end cards. And as always, love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.